in this winter wonderland. Wait a minute, I can just stack it on top. Tracer behind us, Tracer behind you, soldier. Oh! Did you see that sleep? Let's go, baby! Whoa! Yeah! Let's go! Come on! First game right out the gate! And my city is starting to become maybe perhaps too swastika shaped?
Yo, what up, Jamal?
How's it going, everybody?
Hello, I'm white.
I'm black. What's up?
Okay. There we go. No, but just a few more. Just a few more. This almost there. Almost there. Bunch of whiners. Just walk across the street for your power.
Fortnite's better than this game. Haha. Fortnite's so much better than...
Could on future streams you lower the bitrate? Nah. The king does not bend to the will of the peasants. Wah! Reed, save my sandwich. No. Protect your own sandwich. Castle rules, baby. This will be an affront to God. Well, hey, buddy! There's that porn star you were looking for! Get some R in the chat. If it gets worse, we'll get some I's. And then, when I die, finish it off with a P. And then clip it and send it to my mom. Tell her that I died doing the stupidest thing possible. I want to go home now, son. This is our life now. This is what we do. This is who we are. We're slay people now. Ain't gonna get too upset about it, chat. Life is too short to be salty about video games. Shotgun. What? Take a guess. Easy peasy, chat. Just hush up about that. Just hush up about that. Because I'm a D-tier internet celebrity. And if I'm online, I get messaged like crazy. Say, hey Reed, sign my Facebook.
Sign my wiener.
Wow. Streaming, Dan.
Whoa, just the initials, probably. Got him.
Are you kidding? Why can't we just kill these fools?
We can. You want to? Let's do it. Leroy
Yeah.
Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins, bro. I'm right behind you. Ah! In this winter wonderland. Wait a minute, I can just stack it on top. Hi. How's it going? Happy New Year. It's the first Wednesday of 2020, my dudes. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Did I say 2020? Listen, I got the numbers right. I got the numbers right. There's a 2 and there's a 0 somewhere. So you guys do the rest. What, am I your dad? Well, kind of. What, am I your teacher? I'm not going to do all the math for you. What do we got here? Alan, Kaz, Kaylee, McCroskey sisters, Broderick, Danlius, Snow. Good to see you all. Lance, did I say Lance already? If I didn't say Lance, Lance, what's up? Good to see you all. Yeah, 2020 was like forever long. So this is 2022, 2020 also. So it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Just like, roll it around the old brain noodle for a bit. What's up, Chandlin? Vine. It's 2020 Roman numeral 2. Think about it. Think about it. I'm technically here. I'm just playing Halo. Aren't we all? Aren't we all just technically here? I mean, what does here even mean? Because for me, here means in this chair, in my house, in Nebraska. For you, it could mean not in my house in Nebraska. So what is here really? How's everyone's 2022 so far? Mine's been filled with coronavirus, Omicron, all hail Lur, ruler of Omicron Persei 8. I gotta sleep. I'll watch when I wake up. Just want to say have a good stream. You to bed. Thanks, Craig. Have a good night, my dudeski. I got sick the second day of 22. That sucks, man. That sucks. I got sick pretty much Monday the 28th of December. And then I was sick pretty much until New Year's. And then we were healthy for a day in my household. And then my wife got a stomach bug on, what day is today? On like the 2nd. And she just got over that yesterday. And now my son has the stomach bug and has been throwing up all day. So that's just how my life's been the last couple weeks. Somehow I've avoided it. I get sick. I get sick more regularly than Tiffany, for sure. Tiffany gets sick like once a decade. When she gets sick, it just like ruins her. But for me, I'm just kind of like always perpetually not well. It's because I treat my body so well. You know what I mean? So I think it just invites the sickness because of how well I treat myself. And but Tiffany, she like never gets it. So the fact that I've somehow avoided it for this long is actually pretty astounding. I'm just thinking about the eagle has landed. Yeah, I forgot I did that. I forgot I said that. When I puked all over the place. That was bad. That was right in Discord. When I puked all over the place, I'm pretty sure I said that. That was funny. I'm very funny. Whole fam starting to get sick today. Not sure what from. Oof. Yeah, I mean, we're just we're in that life right now. My wife just texted me. I need to make sure. Tiffany said my stomach flu may have ruined Mexican food for me. Just kill me. Just kill me. If I couldn't eat Mexican food anymore, there's no point in living. Just like find the nearest cliff and just throw me off of it. Yeah. I'm kind of. So have I guys told you about me and Danny's latest quest? Have I told you about this? No, I haven't. Okay, good. So me and Danny are on the quest for Lincoln's best burrito. And you think to yourself, how many like real options for burritos could there be in a town like Lincoln? A surprisingly high number. So Lincoln is actually a very prominent, a prominent city for immigrants and like people who aren't from the United States originally. And so we have a huge Vietnamese population, a huge Hispanic population. And with that huge Hispanic population comes a lot of authentic Mexican restaurants. And man, let me tell you, there's been a great quest. We've gone to places like little hole in the wall shacks. We've gone to kind of bigger, not chains, but like kind of bigger establishments. If I tried doing that here in Jacksonville, I don't think I could finish that quest before I died. No, like Lincoln is just like a little over 250,000 people, like 275,000 or something like that. But there's it has a surprisingly high number of like little, like pop-up restaurants, little like mom and pop. We're just gonna like, oh, give it a shot. Or food trucks, really big here too. I mean, it's a college town, so that kind of makes sense. But so anyways, we're probably, I mean, we've probably got like half a dozen to eight, between 6 and 10 burritos under our belt as part of this quest. The best one, the best burrito. I'll show you a picture. It's from this place called Muchachos. There it is. It's from this place called Muchachos. It's been featured on the Big 12 or Big 10 network. I want to go back there because there's a burrito that I'm just like, I have to conquer. Where is it? Let me find it. Oh my gosh, here it is. So the best burrito they have, in my opinion, of all the ones I've tried, is the Hatch Mac Burrito. It is barbecue brisket and mac and cheese. And it is absolutely mind-blowing, life-changingly good. There's no rice. There's no beans. There's no guac. It's not like a traditional burrito at all. It is like as soon as Danny and I took a bite, we both just looked at each other and went, whoa. Like you cannot imagine. You cannot imagine how good this burrito is. But they also have, let me see if I can find it. They also have this burrito called Where are you? Oh. I don't see it on the menu, but Reed, Laura, and I are driving to Lincoln. It's like, you don't understand. It's worth it. I mean, oh my gosh, it's so good. There's a burrito there called the Pipeline. This is the one I want to go back and try. It was specifically designed for the offensive linemen for the University of Nebraska because they have to eat so many calories a day in order to maintain weight and maintain muscle mass. And so they designed this burrito. It is like half a pound of rice, all the cheese they offer, all the meats they offer, tortilla chips, queso, the whole 9 yards, wrapped up in a giant burrito, and it weighs 4 pounds. And I want to try it, and I want to eat it. What kind of chips? I think they're like homemade tortilla chips. Yeah, homemade tortilla chips. It weighs 4 pounds. I told Danny, I was like, I bet I can do it. I bet I could do it. If I like clear my schedule. You know what I mean? If I like call in sick the rest of the day and Danny and I go tackle that thing. I bet I could take on a 4-pound burrito by myself. Stream it. I'd be like 2% burrito. Wait, that might make me fatter than I actually am. Let's do the math here. Okay, 2% isn't exactly right. No, it's not. Start at breakfast, end at midnight. I bet I could knock it out in an hour. Is there a way to watch this at a later date? Yeah. The VOD will be up on this channel after. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and then the VOD will just be up. You'll be able to see it. You definitely have to plan for, oh yeah, I need to get like a colon cleanse. You know what I mean? Out with the bad, in with the good sort of thing. Yeah, there would be probably like a couple seances involved. Exercise the demons. I think we could get it done. They also have breakfast burritos at this place, and they just so happen to be kind of right on my way to work, and I haven't stopped and got one yet. I haven't stopped and got a breakfast burrito yet because I feel like if I do that and they're as amazing as the rest of their menu is, there's a very real chance I'll go broke. See you, Chandlin. Yeah. There's like a very real chance I go broke. So I've been holding off. I have to go into work kind of early tomorrow. Kind of early for me. Like 8. I don't normally go in that early. So I have to like be working by 8. So maybe I'll swing by. That'll be like my prize for getting up earlier. All right, hi. So 2022, how about it? Man, what a time to be alive. Unless you're Betty White. Just missed it. Just missed it. She was so close, chat. She was right at the finish line. Right at the finish line. You ever seen those videos? So those guys like running marathons or doing like triathlons or something, and then they get cocky, and then someone like in second place just runs really fast for the last like 1/10 of a mile and beats them. I love those videos. They give me life. They fuel me. We'll give her credit for those leap days. Stupid Ben Franklin. If it wasn't for Ben Franklin, she would have hit 100. And we'd also be having this conversation in like February. Yeah, probably like February. Well, maybe like early March. I don't know. Like 250 years divided by 4, whatever number of days that is. Anyways, You guys want to talk about sneak attack? It's not an original joke. I stole it from TikTok. I saw it on Twitter, I think, or Reddit, one of the two. Okay. So this we're definitely going to finish tonight. I have not read this. I've not read this in like 2 years. Not quite, like a year and a half. So there's a very real chance that it just like doesn't work and everything's terrible. But I think it holds up. I think it holds up. We'll see. We'll get there. So last time, if I'm not mistaken, where we ended was the group deciding whether or not they wanted to go faster than light or go sub FTL speeds to get to the center of the galaxy, right? That's what we decided. Yeah, the moral dilemma. Okay, cool. So to recap, that's where they landed. And ultimately what they decided on was to use the FTL drive to get to the center of the galaxy faster. Leaving short for spoilers. See you. All right, see you, man. I mean, none of this is coming out. I just want to make it very clear. None of this is ever going to get recorded and released. So if you, I guess, unless you haven't watched the other two VODs, but they're out there, so go watch them. They chose to go at FTL speeds. Yes. And if they had not chosen to do that, it would have taken like 12 years. Yep. So here's what's funny. I actually like did a lot of research on the size of galaxies and how long it takes to, like, how wide a galaxy is, like how large a galaxy is. And so most galaxies are enormous, obviously, and even going at like the speed of light take something like 50 million years or something like that. Here, size of, I almost typed in Arrowhead Galaxy, Omegalol, Milky Way Galaxy. Okay, 50,000. Sorry, not 50 million, like 50,000 years across. 50,000 light years across. So that's the Milky Way. That's our galaxy. Takes about 50,000 light years to cross. So I looked up small galaxies. I looked up very small galaxies, and it turns out that there are some very small galaxies that are like 10 light years across or something like that, which again is freaking ridiculous. The speed of light for 10 straight years. So I kind of went more in that range for how big the Arrowhead Galaxy is, and then determined like the whole 10 to 20 range. So I determined that to get to the center at any point would be like roughly 6, or it would be roughly like 10 to 15 light years, or 10 to 15 years at like sub FTL speeds. So or like right at faster than light speeds, or sorry, right at the speed of light would be like 10 to 12 years, 10 to 15 for like for like a small galaxy. So that's kind of where I got that number from. You'd run out of gas, my boyfriend. Not really, because once you get up to speed, you can just let off the throttle and then you'll travel at that speed forever. Space. We're going faster than light, so much shorter. Yeah. So ships can travel faster than the speed of light in sci-fi things. So I never really expanded on how that works in my world because I didn't really want to like figure out the math. Obviously, there's no math to figure out because it's not possible, but like I didn't want to have to try and like explain away how it works. So I just said, there's this element that when you cause it to become unstable, warps the fabric of space-time. But over time, they figured out how to do it like accurately and precisely. And then kablamo, faster than light speeds. What about space friction? There is no friction in space. That's why it's space. There's no resistance in space, so you never slow down. That's just how it works. Yeah, there's no friction in space. Sorry, my dude. I'm sure he's trolling me, but that's very funny. Something Mass Effect, something pim particles, something quantum. Mass Effect actually doesn't use faster than light travel, which is very interesting. Only the mass relays can teleport you faster than light, but that's like an ancient technology. Ships don't actually travel faster than light, and the ships themselves don't travel faster than light in Mass Effect. So you have to travel to a mass relay, and then that sends you faster than light. But the ships themselves are, slow, which I thought was a clever workaround. I thought that was actually pretty smart. And it feeds into like the larger narrative of Mass Effect as a whole too. But again, like that was written by very smart people who are smarter than me. I definitely heard pim particles. Yeah, pim particles. Wait, what am I saying? Pim particles. You put on your fur coat. You get your big broad rim hat, and then you read pim particles. Kind of like a Cowboy Bebop. No, you bebop one of your bottom. I can't say it because it's a bad word. When she gets out of line, you bebop her. Some scientists think that you can go faster than light with quantum entanglement. I don't know enough about the subject to comment on that. I don't know. I've heard of all of those words, and I would like to consider myself fairly I would say like adjacent to knowledgeable in some of these things because it's an interest of mine, but that I cannot speak to. Anyways, so let's go back to it. And I look back, everything from here on out is present day. Nothing jumps back and forth in time. I remember thinking why I did that. It was because once the crew is assembled and we get to like the nexus of the mission, which is we know we have to go to the center of the galaxy and save everyone, then that just kind of became like the driving narrative, and it didn't feel like beneficial to the story to take us away from that. So everything from here on out is present day continuous. So anyways, this is the beginning of a new chapter. Chip sits in his captain quarters, sitting on his bed, staring at the wall. The shipping manifest sits on his nightstand. The shipping manifest being the one from the Riven when he woke up after like 200 years. He picks it up to look at it one more time, and the image of Jace's lifeless body flashes back into his brain. He can't shake the image that his actions will once again be responsible for the deaths of those closest to him. Again, parallels. See, it all starts one way, ends the same way, but with a twist. There's a knock on the door, and Ethan walks in, and he brings with him 2 drinks and Spacey's slushy cups. Chip comments about how he doesn't drink anything, naturally, to which Ethan replies that he knows and that they're both for him. Ethan tells Chip that he thinks he's doing the right thing. No one wants to be in his shoes right now, which is why he's the only one who could make the call. It's an impossible scenario. It's an impossible situation, betting the lives of trillions against millions, but it's the only scenario where a huge death toll isn't a guarantee. So this is like Ethan just trying to do the right thing, trying to, make him feel better and all that stuff. Did they have food enough to last for 10 years? That's a great question, and they do. Do you want to know why? because most of the crew is dead, because most of the crew had the neural implants. So they have a huge amount of food and a huge amount of resources for a very small number of people. I actually considered that. Yeah, I'm very glad you asked. I'm like very excited about that. I mean, yeah, it's sad that a bunch of their crew is dead. Most of their crew is dead. But, you know, that makes the problem of traveling that distance a lot easier. They gonna eat the crew. So, Ethan asks if he's ever told Chip about the man who taught him how to be a smuggler. So this is after like a brief pause where they're both just kind of sitting there in contemplative fashion. And Ethan explains that Chip would really like him. He was a no-nonsense kind of guy who couldn't be bothered with stupidity or stubbornness. Ethan explains that after his parents' death, he was all that he really had in terms of a family, but then he lost him too, and now he's been running ever since. Chip, of course, just is like, why are you telling me this now? Like, Chip cares, but kind of that, like, what do I care about this sort of attitude? And Ethan says that he knows that Chip cares about the crew more than he lets on. And he also knows that he carries a lot of burdens with him from his past. And so Ethan is more just like offering an extra shoulder to bear some of those burdens. Or really just a way to know, like, you're not alone in how you're feeling. And we're all kind of in this same, boat together. And we've all been where you're at right now. So, like, let's stick together and we can do this sort of thing. After a while, Kanye chimes in, gives him a 10-minute warning. And Augustus carries the burdens of the real Ethan Cole by refusing to let him die in his mind. So his death and the death of his parents was an anchor Augustus wore around his neck for years, preventing him from living his own life and being truly happy. Ethan tells Chip that he knows why he keeps the picture of Jace in his shirt pocket. Oh, which, by the way, would have been fun because all throughout the graphic novel, you would have seen a little bit of a picture sticking out of Chip's Hawaiian shirt pocket for all of the present day stuff. And then, so like it would have just been visible in all of those pages if you had gone back and actually seen it. But anyways, Ethan tells Chip he knows why he keeps that picture in his pocket. He can't let go either, but that pain he holds on to is dwelling on the hurt instead of remembering the good. He says, you can't carry the burdens of all of us. We're behind you 100%, but that means you need to believe in yourself the same way we do. The only way we can muster the strength to persevere is by believing that good things can come even in death. And yeah. So again, Reed, has anyone told you you're good at writing? I've heard it once or twice. So yeah, again, this is really more of like a little bit of a come to Jesus moment with Ethan too. Ethan kind of reconciling, living this lie, if you want to call it that, living this fake existence, this fake personality, is really just holding on to the pain and refusing to accept this new opportunity. And so just, yeah, being able to communicate that to a dude who's been struggling with what happened to his old family, really just kind of helping him release that pain before this, suicide mission sort of thing. Connie chimes back in, 5-minute warning. And then Augustus and Chip, and I think from here on out, I call him Augustus exclusively because he like left the moniker of Ethan on that bed, like in Chip's quarters. So Augustus and Chip walk back to the bridge where the rest of the crew is waiting. Chip takes a seat behind the sticks and waits the descent out of faster than light from Kanye. And Kanye begins a 10-second countdown the panel. This would kind of be like a multi-panel thing where it'd show everyone on the bridge, kind of like close-ups as well as a big wide. So it was kind of what I picture here is like a full page where you see the whole bridge, but then there'd be individual panels of like just faces. And everyone's just kind of like, you know, angst, like they're anxious and ready to see what happens. And then, so that's the end of the chapter. And we got a lot of Russian bots today. Das Svidonya, comrade. Das Svidonya. Where is my bird? Give me my bird. Danlius gets that reference.
Hey,
Yes,
I want my bird.
yes.
I want my bird.
There it is. I want my bird. I want my bird. That's the only thing I remember about Iron Man 2. The only thing I remember is who played him? Mickey Rourke talking about his stupid bird, and also Sam Rockwell dancing. Those two things, all I get. Okay. Gosh dang it. There. Fine. You guys are so whiny. I modded Kaz. Congrats. All right. So that's the end of that chapter. It was easy. It was easy to know who was talking because they were different colors. But now that there's more, I could just mod all of you and then it'll go back to normal. Anyways, chapter 19, present day continued. The ship exits FTL speeds only to be surrounded by the biggest amassed fleet that ship has ever seen. 2 class 5 freighter vessels, which if you had the book, like the world book, and you knew what a class 5 freighter was, you would know that's very big. A class 2 explorer ship and dozens of class 1 starfighters await them outside the caustic horizon of Cayenne 10. Remember, Cayenne 10 is the name of the planet that Chip learned is the home of the Diluvian. The Diluvian, of course, being the ancient race of like demigods. Is demigod the right term? Like they're like descendants of gods. I feel like that's a demigod, right? Being with partial or lesser divine status, such as a minor deity. Yeah. Demigods. We talking super Star Destroyer big? Yeah, like Star Destroyer. Yeah. No, probably not super Star Destroyer, but like a Star Destroyer. But not with that. Not with like those sort of capabilities. It's really just a transport vessel for other massive ships. So, anyways, Cayenne 10 is the home of the Diluvian, which are like demigods, and they're the ones responsible for the rebirth and recreation of life every cycle. There we go. So anyways, Cayenne 10 is shrouded in an electrical storm with a massive black hole positioned behind it. It sits on the edge. It sits just on the edge of an intense gravitational anomaly, precariously positioned on the razor's edge between safety and utter annihilation. So, again, to kind of like, let's get fun with it. So we have planet here. We'll call this, where's the brush? This one. So a black hole. Yeah, black hole. We'll call this cosmic space dust, like a giant electrical storm. And then, oh, this is going to be behind it. Oh no, it works. Great. And then all over here, we'll call it yellow. Oh, it's gone. Well, you kind of got the idea. So we're just on like the precipice. I'll do it from like a 2-dimensional thing. That'll be good. So it's like, what? We'll give it a little bit more space, like right there. And all of this is, why can't I fill? Oh, here. All of this is terrible, nasty black hole that if you even get too close to, you're just dead instantly. So there's like this little narrow window that Cayenne 10 exists in outside of this black hole. And it's in the middle of an electrical storm. Which is why it had been undetected for so long. Because anything that got close either got fried by the electrical storm or sucked into a black hole. Anywho. So Kanye, as soon as the ship lands and we kind of establish what's going on, Kanye immediately chimes in, not to comment about the ships, but rather comment about the electrical storm and the gravity swell on the other side of the planetoid. Flying too close would be certain disaster. Prime real estate. That's right. If we could get like one Adam Kovar illustration, yeah, it'd be really dope. Okay, like we'll do it again. So like the way I picture it, which again might be different than how he has it, is I would put like black hole, like, oh, whoops, there, black hole like here. And if I learned anything from Interstellar, it's that black holes are kind of shaped like double teardrops. They're kind of like wow, 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 wow. I guess kind of like an eye. Yeah, they kind of look like eyes. Like black hole. We'll do this gray. And then like a planet here. That's probably a little too big. Probably like a planet like here. And then, whoop. And then crazy electrical storm. And then like a bunch of, we'll say like big giant ship here with a tower and some wings, and like a big giant ship here and like a tower, some wings, and wow. And then a bunch of ships over here. Actually, the black hole would probably take up like the whole top of the page. And then like, just like the front of our ship with the viewing screen, the windshield, and you can see like Chip's head and like maybe someone else right here. And like wings with guns on them. And then we like pew, 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 pew. Attack formations. That's what I would do. Yeah. It'd look kind of like that. Honestly, I cannot comprehend the fact that black holes actually exist. It doesn't make any sense. So that's probably what this would look like. Don't save. Okay. Cool. So once Kanye is finished, a hologram of waveforms and particles appears on the dashboard, and the AI tells them to accept their defeat, as they are hilariously outmanned and outgunned. The cycle of life and death is a curse upon the galaxy, one of pain and misery, and people are blind to their own destructive nature. The AI tells them in order to put a stop to the pain, the galaxy must be cleansed for good. This means destroying the Diluvian as well. They are the ones who wreak havoc on this galaxy by enabling the evolutionary process, and without them, the universe can finally be at peace. And then And then at that moment, hundreds of ships exit the freighters and make their way to Cayenne 10. They are full of mind-controlled organics. Again, this is the end game for the AI. They needed organic bodies in order to get past the electrical storm. Because remember, no electronic equipment can get past the electrical storm. Think of it as like a big old EMP. So all these ships full of drones, like human drones or sentient organic drones, are flying towards the planet. Anyways, they're mind controlled, capable of getting through the storm to complete the AI's mission. Chip motions to the crew to get to the guns and grips the sticks of the vessel. The Diluvian know their enemy. Well, the Diluvian to the AI are the enemy, and yeah, the enemy knows what they need to do finally after like 4 tries to defeat the Diluvian. So after the exchange, Chip throws the sticks forward and begins hurtling right towards the freighters. Dozens of starfighters fire right towards them, firing at them from every angle. Laser flyer deflects off the R.L. Stein's shields. I keep forgetting it's called the R.L. Stein. And Chip knows that that won't last for long. Wait, how did the AI get there first? Wasn't there reasons for traveling sub-FTL so that the AI wouldn't know where they were going? They traveled at FTL speeds, which is exactly how they got there first. So, yeah, they didn't go sub-FTL. Yeah. And you got to remember, too, that Chip and his crew are coming from the outer worlds, which is like on the edge of the galaxy. Not the edge, but it's like the outermost portion of the galaxy. So if the AI, which of course they do, if the AI had any vehicles closer to Cayenne 10 than they did, which of course they had, hundreds, thousands probably, they could get there faster, which was kind of just how it worked out. So unfortunately, as soon as they punched in their coordinates and those coordinates were fed through the FTL relay beacons, the AI knew exactly where they were going and was able to beat them there. This is how it goes. No, they did not do sub-FTL. They did not take the 12-year journey. They went FTL. They might, I mean, if this was like actual tabletop game, they might have chosen one way or the other, but I just had to pick one and I picked FTL. Okay, cool. So all these ships are shooting at the R.L. Stein. Lasers are bouncing off, but he knows that the shields won't last very long. His crewmates are able to take down a few ships during the first moments of the battle, but the sheer numbers is an insurmountable task to overcome. Quickly, Chip realizes that every second he wastes in the fight, the closer the AI slaves get to destroying the Diluvian. So at this point, a lot of the book would have just been illustrations. There's really not a whole lot to say about the space battle. So it feels like I'm going to move pretty quick through this. But in reality, it's just like this would probably be like a 4 to 5 page sort of dogfight situation. Chip hails Kanye and asks him how long it takes for the engine and propulsion systems of the Stein to come back online from a total system shutdown. Kanye says if he prioritizes engine systems first, 11 seconds. He then asks Kanye how long it would take the ship traveling at speed to reach the event horizon of the black hole. Kanye says 13 seconds. So Chip tells Kanye that when the ship comes online to give everything it has to the thrusters and get them back headed towards the freighter, then he takes the sticks and he flies directly towards the electrical storm surrounding Cayenne 10. So again, let me just reframe this picture. Chip decides, or just trying to determine, if he flies through the electrical storm, how much time does he have before he hits the black hole? And does that leave him enough time to turn the engine back on and, not get sucked into a black hole? Because as soon as he flies into the electrical storm, the ship is dead. Like, the ship will shut off. So, anywho, With all the starfighters on his tail, Chip flies through this. Chip takes the sticks and flies the ship into the storm, which causes the entire system to black out. All of the ships behind him fly into the storm as well. They also lose their power. The crew must hold their breaths for the duration of the blackout. Complete and utter darkness fills the cabin while the ship's power cycle begins. A few starfighters zip past them during the reboot sequence and get sucked into the black hole, instantly vanishing into the horizon. And so once through the storm, the Arlstein boots back up, and then after a brief moment, the engines kick on in a mighty blast, propelling the ship backwards out of the path of the black hole, while all of the starfighters zip past them and then get sucked into the black hole. The ship barely escapes the grip of the gravity well and is able to fly back towards the battle. So, yeah, really what his plan was to draw them all, like, get them all on his tail, draw them to the draw all the starfighters to the electrical storm, knowing that their systems couldn't boot back up fast enough and they would eventually all just get hurled into the black hole. Chip's ship, however, boots up just fast enough to be able to get them out of the way before they get sucked in the black hole. Are there people in the ships? I always imagine that these ships were piloted by the AI, especially the starfighters, the frigates and the transport vessels definitely have people in them, but I always just imagine that the ships are piloted by the AI. That was just kind of like my assumption. So, but I don't know. I mean, whatever makes the most sense to make this story work. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So he pretty much threw all the ships into a black hole. And after a few more seconds, Chip boots back up, because remember, when Chip flew into the electrical storm, he shut down too. And so he finally comes back online, and everyone is like hooting and hollering and cheering and everything like that. So he knows it worked. Well, because he woke up. That's how he knows it worked too. And Lucky and Ethan get on comms to congratulate Chip for his brilliant maneuver. Everyone's very happy for the time being. And Chip asks Kanye how deep into the atmosphere the electrical storm is penetrating Cayenne 10. Kanye tells him that the storm is only on the upper levels of the atmosphere and that they can fly through it and reboot before they crash into the surface. So the crew settles down, like they stop hooting and hollering very quickly as the words crash into the surface are uttered. And then so they're like, oh, okay, never mind. Like we're not out of this yet. So they quickly retake their seats and strap back in. And so remember that, like, to paint a picture, we still have the two big transport vessels high in the sky above Cayenne 10. They're outside the range of the electrical storm, but they're still looming. There are other transport vessels that have also started descending onto Cayenne 10. And I don't know if I specifically detail it. If I do, I'm going to repeat myself, but they're pretty much just crash landing into the planet, and hoping that whoever survives, hopefully enough people in the ships will survive to be able to go execute what they need to execute. So that's, again, kind of like what both sides of the other party are doing. So Chip eases the Stein towards the electrical storm at low speeds before blacking out once more. When he wakes up again, the ship is descending towards the surface of the planet. But again, it's a much larger window before the ship has to boot up and come back online than it is for the black hole. So Cayenne 10 is a cold, harsh, metallic planet with these prismatic rock formations jutting out of the surface like geometric mountain ranges. So if you've ever seen pictures of Iceland, this is kind of the vision I was going for here. Let me show you pictures of Iceland. Yeah, kind of like this. So you see how the rock formations here are almost like geometric? They don't look like rocks. They kind of almost look like hexagons and pentagonal shafts and stuff like that. That's kind of what I was going for. But it'd be all very No Man's Sky. I haven't played No Man's Sky, but I feel like I've seen some of that stuff before. Basalt nether biome. I don't know about I don't know. I don't know what basalt is. I apologize. There's some other ones. Oh yeah, stuff. Oh yeah. Again, this is not CG. This is a real place. Like, how crazy is this terrain? So this is kind of what I was going for. And also their beaches are like just black rocks, like black stones. Iceland is the coolest place in the world. So anyways, that's what I was going for. That's kind of the look that I was envisioning for this place. But again, inside those rocks, it would be like very dark, almost obsidian, with like these kind of like etchings and glyphs and stuff like that, reminiscent of the old school like ancient glyphs that Chip decoded. Any green or just the metal? I would say like no. I would say this place is probably uninhabitable, like for like organic life. So very dark. Ooh, think of like the Eye of the Universe from Outer Wilds. Kind of like that. Not like, because there is an electrical storm there too. Ooh, yeah, kind of like the Eye of the Universe from Outer Wilds. That's kind of like the vibe. Cool. So there are crashed ships and remains of spacecrafts covering the surface of this planet. The planetoid is so small that you can nearly see the curvature of the horizon while standing on the surface. Read out here, inventing Outer Wilds. When did Outer Wilds come out? 2020? I may have been inspired. I don't know. I'm inspired by everything I play. Like, you're going to find a little bit of everything in this. Yeah. So the idea here was that you're going to see ships of varying ages and varying levels of like technology all scattered on the surface of this planet from all the previous attempts of either like drones flying by here or the AI sending previous models of ships that never made it because they didn't really know how to get past it. So you would see, yeah, all these different sorts of technologies, all these different sorts of vessels scattered across the surface of the planet. Just to kind of give a little bit of that history there too. So the crew begins to suit up to prepare for their journey on the surface, but a quick surface analysis from Kanye shows that the air is breathable. It's pretty nice. Very convenient for what I need it to be. Chip gives one more quick speech about making it this far and reminds the crew what is at stake. Once they find where the Diluvians are located, Chip will approach them and plead with them to put a stop to this bloodshed. He tells them to expect resistance, though, even if many of the AI ships crashed upon entry, even a small number of intact vessels will create great opposition for them. The spirit of St. Louis is in the background. Yeah. What's that dude's name? The guy who left out of St. Louis. Is that Charles de Gaulle? Is that his name? Is that Charles de Gaulle? What is that guy's name? Now I have to know. Charles Lindbergh. There it is. Charles Lindbergh. Yeah. It is. It's Lindbergh. Which is why the airport in St. Louis is the Lindbergh Airport. Because Charles Lindbergh flew from there. It was the first solo non-stop transatlantic flight. Yep. Yeah. Charles Lindbergh. Who's Charles de Gaulle? The former president of France. Okay, I don't know why I know that. He was born 1890 to 1970. Oh, he was the president of France during World War II. I mean, that maybe had something to do with it. That bro is 6'5"? Dude, he's out there jacked. No wonder he's president. Everyone in France probably just thought he was a god. Everyone back then was like 5'4". Good grief. They're like, this man must know what to do. He stands like a statue amongst us. All right. Anyways. Oh, Kaylee, you almost just got deleted. That looked like a shady link for a second. Reed, you too could be president of fans. Maybe like 70 years ago. Probably not today. I say probably not, as if there's a sliver of opportunity for me to be president of France someday. King Saul, but for the French, yes, I got what Kaylee was saying after a second of reflection, but I was like, oh, I don't know who that is, but they gonna get banned. Okay, anywho. So anyways, yeah, Chip gives this speech. Again, if this was a graphic novel, it would all be written out, but again, this is just the outline, and so I didn't write it all out. But everyone gears up and exits the R.L. Stein, stepping onto the surprisingly serene environment of Cayenne 10. Chip begins to feel a great stirring deep inside that leads him up the hill and towards the Diluvian location. So, again, think of it kind of like this, where they kind of land on like a lower. What's the place when you're climbing a mountain that's like you make camp? Is that just base camp? But it's a place where you like make camp because you know you can't. There's no place to make camp as you go higher. So like we're gonna chill here, we're gonna sleep overnight, and then when we go higher, there'll be no place to really like rest. I'm pretty sure Kaz is just making up words. But there's a place specifically that's for people to rest before they take on the treacherous journey upwards towards the summit. And so think of the ship kind of lands in this sort of place, and they have to go up this hill with all of these rocky jutting outcroppings of geometric shapes and patterns, and probably some like Fibonacci like circles too, you know, just to kind of reference again like the weird pattern in life that all things kind of reflect. But yeah, so they start to make their way up this slope, up this incline, because Chip feels, how the heck do you spell plateau? Yes, like the French. EAU. That's very viva French. Charles de Gaulle would know. So anyways, so when they land and start to walk up the hill, that's the end of a chapter. And then 24. All right, we only have 3 more chapters left, you guys. We're gonna get there. New chapter. Chip and the crew walk up a hill towards a square-shaped building with stone minarets shooting up from the middle. I'm sorry, a single stone minaret shooting up from the middle. There are no windows anywhere on the surface, only a large set of metal double doors leading inside the structure. And it's kind of like built into a mountain cliff, so there's no way to like approach it from any other side. You have to get past these giant metal double doors in order to access this structure. So the crew approaches the double doors, but realizes that there are no handles, only 2 small pillars with a chain attached to each, with the chain attached to the inside of each pillar. So you know how like Skyrim has those little like pull chains to like open up secret doors and passages and stuff like that. That's kind of like the picture I have in my head for these. 2 stone pillars with a pull chain on either side. They're push doors. Yeah, they've just been trying to pull the whole time. You just got to push. They're stupid. These guys got all the way here but couldn't figure that out. So that's kind of the picture I have in my head here. So the chains are pull chains that require someone to pull and hold on to the double doors, or pull and hold on to until the double doors open up. And what we don't know at the moment, but you'll find out pretty soon, is that the chains are wired to a huge electrical generator that will shock or kill anyone who attempts to open them I wrote this kind of poorly, so I need to rephrase it in my brain. The chains are wired to a huge electrical generator that will shock or kill anyone who attempts to use them until the doors are open. So meaning once the doors are open, the electrical shock will subside. Everyone kind of gets there, and they're kind of like examining the space, looking for what to do. And the check for traps. As they're kind of looking at this structure and looking at this space, a voice fills the minds of the crew, and the voice is the same one from the captcha maze. It says, "No bionic nor organic shall be able to sustain the forces required to open the door. Only those deemed worthy by the forebears may enter." And then yeah, so that's what everyone hears. Again, it's not just Chip. That's what everyone hears. And so at that moment, there's 4 bears. I'll repeat that sentence. No bionic nor organic shall be able to sustain the forces required to open the door. Only those deemed worthy by the forebearers may enter. What if you're organic and bionic? Someone's reading ahead. At that moment, gunfire begins to fly past the crew as the surviving AI slaves have made their way up the hill to the fortress. So the group immediately starts to duck down behind a geometric rock near the entrance to the fortress as the AI moves closer to their position. So there's a brief exchange about how between Lucky and Chip. Again, I didn't write this down. I wish I had something written down for this conversation, but there's a brief exchange about how Lucky needs to be the one to open the door, having been bestowed the gift from the gods, the forebears. He's the only one who is both organic and bionic, and was specifically told by the gods that there's a reason why what happened to him. So, and again, this is something I had set up all the way back when Lucky got augmented. Even before I knew Lucky was going to get augmented before Josh did. But it was all building up towards this moment of Lucky being the only one who could open this door to get to the Diluvian. So that's kind of like, and even I even made a minor point to explain that when the Chancellor like reverts their minds and undoes the neural implant, I even made a point to say that like Lucky's arms are too deeply ingrained into him to be removed. Like, yeah. So there's like a callback there, or there's a call there as well, just to like reiterate, like, yeah, we for some reason we couldn't remove his arms, or we didn't want to. I don't know, but that's kind of the idea. So you augmented Lucky for a chain door. I mean, I didn't necessarily know what the like mechanic was going to be. But I augmented Lucky specifically for this moment. I just used chains because I figured like the visual of Lucky grabbing one chain with his organic arm and one chain with his bionic arm and then pulling, I thought that'd be kind of cool. It kind of looked like Thor when he opens up the star in Infinity War. That's kind of what I was thinking of. There's gotta be like an image for it. Yeah, oh my gosh. Look at how cool that looks. Look at how dope that looks. Like that's kind of the mental image of what I was picturing. You could die only if it kills me. Yeah, that's how it works. I don't know that you meant this, but I'm thinking about Sagart's chains. Oh, dude, it'd be dope if like as he's in the middle of like this trial, like thinking that he's at his like, oh dude, so he could be like pulling on these chains, and I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit, but he's gonna get electrocuted really bad, and so he's pulling on these chains and he's struggling, and he's in all this pain, and he looks over and he realizes like maybe the chains could be triangle shaped, or maybe he could be wearing the chain and like look down at his own chains and see the triangle links. And that could kind of like remotivate him a little bit. That'd be pretty dope. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. So yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. So anyways, where are we at here? Oh yeah. So there's this whole exchange between Chip and Lucky, and probably Ethan and T chime in a little bit too. But eventually Lucky agrees, and before going to the pillars, he takes his Kinsella shield, which is again the shield he got from the god of life, and he plants it in the ground next to the rocks that all of the crew are hiding behind. And if you remember, the ability that he has is when he plants it, it like spreads and becomes a super wide shield wall that everyone can hide behind. And so, so he plants it and off it goes. And as he's running away, Chip tells Lucky that whatever he has to do to end this thing for good, just do it. No questions asked. Just do it. Whatever it takes. And Lucky nods in agreement. So Lucky runs up to the pillars and extends both of his organic arms to grab the chains, and he's immediately shocked and falls to the ground. He stands back up, grabs a chain with one hand and is unharmed, but as soon as he touches the other chain with his other hand, the shocking sensation returns. And he looks over his shoulder, and the group is just returning fire towards their enemies. Chip sees the numbers, and he knows they just have like a limited amount of time. And so Lucky stands back up and shakes himself off, and he grabs the chain with his bionic hand and notices there's no shocking sensation. But as soon as he grabs it with his other bionic hand, he immediately is like doubled over in pain again. So he stands up one last time, and the words kind of repeat. They kind of ring through his head. The no bionic nor organic shall be able to sustain the forces. And he grunts to himself and says something probably in Braxian, and says something like, "I am neither organic nor bionic. I am both and neither at the same time." And he grabs one chain with his organic hand and one with his bionic hand. And then he starts pulling with all of his might, and he starts getting electrocuted a little bit, but not like nearly as much as it was, enough to where he can actually pull. And he pulls with all of his might, and the doors slowly begin to open. And at this point, he's perfectly balanced. This is kind of the idea. It fits within his core character values, which was kind of the idea. So, okay, that's Oliver. That means Tiffany's got him. So Chip sees the doors opening and shouts to his crew to buy him some time. And so they keep shooting behind cover. They're able to take out all of these AI slaves that are running up the hill. They are, of course, without the luxury of having something between them and the gunfire. So they've got a pretty good encampment kind of situation set up to where they can fire at these guys without any huge real opposition. They just have to run into all this gunfire. But suddenly, there are 3 massive explosions in the sky above Cayenne 10, and you hear, like, you see the fires go off, and then all of the AI controlled organics, they stop, turn, and run the other direction. And they all start running back down the hill. And for a brief moment, there's this like silence, this kind of like eerie calm. And there's probably like I'd like a half page or a full page of just this kind of like serene, kind of almost peaceful page where there'd probably be some corpses on the hill, but they're kind of looking around waiting. And then suddenly there are suddenly there are impacts from an artillery strike that begin laying waste to the surface. So when the AI realized that they weren't making any headway running up the hill, charging directly at them, they pretty much started firing from space, orbital strike, and using artillery that is free from electronics. So this is all like traditional hard round sort of shells. There's no like chips or guidance systems or anything in this barrage. The AI lobs these massive shells down to the planet's surface that is uninterrupted by the electromagnetic storm, and this creates massive explosions and craters and dust and debris flying everywhere along the hill and ground surrounding the fortress. And all three of the party members just go flying through the air. They just get scattered everywhere. And an impenetrable barrier protects the fortress, and Lucky for that matter, as all he can do is look on in horror. So this debris and rocks and rubble just get like launched towards him, but a shield kind of barrier protects everybody, or protects him, not the other three. So Chip is the first one to wake up, and he runs over to Ethan and T to drag their unconscious bodies back behind the barrier. But neither of them are responding to Chip's wake-up calls. Of course, he immediately fears the worst. And at that moment, another series of explosions where those floating frigates are, it fills the sky, and another volley starts heading right towards the three of them. And Chip looks up at this barrage of artillery that's coming right towards him, knowing there's no chance that he could stop. Like, there's no chance of survival at this point because there's nothing he can do to block it. And as he's looking up, I kind of like this idea of having it be like a two really narrow panels on top of each other. One where you can see his face, and you can see like the reflection of like the ships and the artillery in his eyes, because it's like kind of like a glossy face, or it's like a screen where his eyes are. But then on the bottom panel, a perfect replica of that, except his eyes turn bright blue again, like they did on the Chancellor's planet. And so his eyes burst with bright blue light, and blue light starts emanating from the fortress behind him. So the whole structure behind him, and we're lucky, it's just like glowing with light now, shooting like beams of blue light from behind him. And Chip reaches his hand out high into the sky, and a singularity forms right in front of him, like a little tiny mini black hole. And all of the artillery just gets absorbed into the singularity. And then after a brief moment, another singularity appears next to the enemy ships, and the artillery slams into those ships, and it just destroys them on impact. So he just returned to sendered all of those artillery shells back to the ships that were firing them. Yeah, he's got super admin powers, guys. Don't even worry about it. This adds to our mic is the Avatar theory. Guys, please don't reference Avatar. That's a bannable offense, as I have not seen it, and I don't want to feel like a loser for copying something I haven't seen. Yeah, kind of like Doctor Strange. Or Westra. All right, I am just repeating myself. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so he's able to destroy the ships, like the artillery ships. And anyways, back on the surface, Lucky continues straining to open the doors. I see he's only about halfway through the process. It cuts back to Chip. He drops his hand and the blue light fades from his eyes, as well as the fortress behind him. So Chip is able to direct his attention back to his partners, back to his crewmates. And he starts fearing the worst. But after a while, T's eyes shoot open, and she begins like coughing and gasping for air. She sits up suddenly, like grabs her chest, and she's heaving. Big breaths in, big breaths out. And Chip just like looks so relieved, calm, like, oh, thank God. And so they kind of have this, what I would say is like a silent embrace, because they're not really the hugging type. That's not really how they operate. But they kind of are relieved to know that they're okay. But then they both look down at Ethan, who is still lying there motionless, not showing any signs of life. And finally, Lucky gets the doors open and falls to the ground, exhausted from exerting so much energy. And Lucky crawls over to the group, where the three of them kind of mourn together for a moment. Chip tells Lucky that we can't stop now, or else all of this will be in vain. Lucky accepts the charge and enters the fortress behind him. And as soon as he does, the doors close tight, sealing him in. So Dan's dead. We did it. We did it. It took the whole time, but we finally got him. That is not it. Listen. I said from the very beginning, not from the very beginning, but I said if they choose to take the FTL route, there are going to be consequences. I said that there are going to be consequences. People will suffer if you take the faster than light route. There's going to be consequences. I missed the whole beginning of this and showed up just in time for Dan's death. The perfect time to pull up. Yeah, but what if you pick someone else? There's a reason why I picked Dan. There's a reason why I picked Dan, which we might get to a little later. He didn't even get a cool last thing to do. I mean, I think his conversation with Chip was pretty cool. I think that conversation he had about I call him Ethan a few more times. That's too bad. About him like letting go of Ethan and being who he truly is and encouraging Chip to do the same. I think that was a pretty cool thing for Augustus to have done. Every time Dan has my favorite character, you murder him. Okay, let me be like even more real for a second. Every time in game that Danny has died has been his own fault. especially in the warehouse fire. That was 1,000,000% his own fault. All right, so incorrect. False. Nat 20 on the fight in the temple. Yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault. But let's be honest, he would have figured out some other way to die in that fight. I mean, it wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen. And the colonel didn't die. I mean, he sacrificed himself, but he didn't die. Okay. So anyways, new chapter. We're almost done, guys. Lucky walks into a darkened corridor of the Diluvian fortress. All that lies before him is darkness and a slow rolling fog that covers the ground. Suddenly, 3 lights illuminate the space, revealing the 3 Diluvian godlings sitting before him. The Diluvian are much larger than a traditional human or even a Praetorian. They're sitting cross-legged and they are approaching 10 feet tall. So, okay, they're not floating. They're not floating. But they are sitting cross-legged on the ground, and even sitting down, they stand like they're like 10 feet tall. So they're huge, massive beings. Lucky looks at the 3 of them and then immediately averts his eyes out of reverence. And a voice echoes through the room that says, "There is no need for such deference. You and your allies have been sent here for a purpose, and it is time to see that purpose fulfilled." And Tall Boy is inspired by Reed's own tallness. There's a lot of myself in these deity characters. I mean, if you haven't told Dan, can we I will pay money to deliver that. No, he knows. He bites it in the end. Lucky looks up and realizes that they have no mouths and that their eyes are blindfolded, and the voice he's hearing is being transmitted directly into his brain. And he immediately realizes that the Diluvians are the aliens that they met in the caption maze in episode 6, timestamp 4026. I had to go back and look. So where are we here? Sitting left to right are the 3 Diluvians, which represent each of the 3 divinities. On the left is an extension of Viola, the goddess of death. That Diluvian is accented in red, I think. I just say a color. Yeah, I think red. In the middle is an extension of Aurelia, the goddess of time. This Diluvian is accented in green. And on the right is an extension of Kinsella, the god of life. And this Diluvian should be accented in blue. So again, the Diluvians are mere physical manifestations and representations of each god in this plane of existence, universe, whatever you want to call it. So Lucky composes himself and says to the creatures, I wish to put an end to the AI uprising. This callous bloodshed and unending quest for dominance must be stopped. Color-coded for our convenience. That's right. It's a visual thing. The Diluvian... Oh, and by the way, that should match his shield colors. Because his shield from Kinsella, the god of life, is green, I'm pretty sure. And his shield from Aurelia, the goddess of time, is blue. So that all matches. Wait, is this Mass Effect with the color-coded endings? Yes, I guess. So anyways, the Diluvians tell him that what he's asking for can be done, but to consider that what is happening now has been done numerous times before, each instance resulting in trillions of lives lost and the end of all organic life. I made the shields on a nutcracker. I know this. Okay, cool. Another Diluvian follows up by stating that through their intervention, life is formed anew and the evolutionary process begins once more. And after millions of years of growth, change, knowledge, invention, and eventually technology, the cycle begins again. So to confirm, these aren't actually the gods, it's Diluvians. Yes, that's correct. The gods are like inaccessible in this plane, in this universe. Yeah, so the Diluvian act almost like emissaries, like in-betweens. But again, the Diluvians also don't have the full breadth of the power of the divinities. They're just, I mean, they're very, very powerful, but like they couldn't kill the gods. Yeah. They're like level 20 clerics. Yeah, kind of like that. So after that, the final Diluvian says that for as long as both organic life and technology exist, the cycle is bound to happen. So Lucky confirms with the Diluvian that by simply destroying the AI now, all we are doing is prolonging the inevitable destruction of the galaxy. It doesn't actually prevent the future from repeating the past. The Diluvian confirms Lucky's theory and states that this is the fourth instance of galactic upheaval, with the first three all ending the same way. The AI has tried new tactics to destroy the Diluvian on every cycle, but has always failed. This is the first time that the AI has actually found Cayenne 10, which again is the planet they're on, and with their mind-controlled augments, they could actually lay siege to the Diluvian fortress and kill the Diluvians for good. The Diluvians state that by killing the three of them, the cycle of evolution would come to an end, and the AI would finally achieve the peace it's been fighting for millions of years. They are the ones who start the Diluvian are the ones who start the evolutionary process and breathe life into the single-cell organisms that eventually become the building blocks for the new evolutionary species. So, again, to recap here, what the Diluvian are saying is that, yeah, we can kill the AI. We can do that, no problemo. But, you know, if we do that, eventually, like organic life, sentient life is going to figure out how to, like, they're going to discover technology again. They're going to get to a point where we're at right now. So, yeah, you're saving everyone right now, but the future is almost already kind of set in stone. We're already going, like, you'll just be heading towards this future eventually. So then the Diluvian present another option. They can eliminate all technology in the galaxy permanently. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay. So I kind of said that out of order. What they can do is, yeah, they can kill all, like, erase all technology permanently. No more spaceships, no more drone strikes, no more computer systems, no more AI. the knowledge to create or build technology would be forever wiped from the collective memory of the citizens of the Airhud galaxy, and they would be left to survive off their own talents and community goodwill. So the two options here, sorry, I wrote this down incorrectly, so I'm kind of speaking out of order. One option is, yeah, they stop the AI. That's that, puts an end to it. But the cycle will continue again, eventually. Another option is they destroy all technology permanently and erase it from sentient life, ability to do it in the future. They pretty much just put a mental block on individuals to prevent any technology from happening. So it's kind of like permanently stuck in the agrarian kind of time period where society was built very much around the idea of sharing, trading, local economy, local exchange, that's, farming, that sort of thing. But yeah, the knowledge to even create technology that would eventually lead to AI is forever wiped from organic existence. Lucky asks how he and his friends will get home, and the Diluvian tell him that they can send them wherever they wish to go, free from the knowledge that led them to this place. So it'd be almost like a mind wipe. The galaxy will be saved from a threat that they don't even remember existing. So Lucky tells them that sounds like a pretty good plan. He's like, yeah, this seems great. Like, let's go. And mentions how it would be good for society to get back to what was founded upon hundreds of years ago. Because again, remember, Chip comes from Lucky comes from that mentality of community, clan-based mentality, clan-based culture, where the only reason why the Brax were even corrupt is because they were exposed to this technology and kind of thrust into that world of having to consider, oh, there's other groups of people out there who want to kill us. There's other people out there who have greedy and disgusting self-interests and blah, blah, blah. And so the entire Brax race was corrupted by technology and by being told that there's this greater outside influence of a union and government and trade and and greed and all this stuff. So he thinks, yeah, this is pretty good. Like, this is a pretty good solution. And then finally it hits him and he says, well, what of my captain? Well, what will become of Chip? And the Diluvian reiterate that all technology in the galaxy will be as if it never was invented in the first place. And at this point, Lucky looks devastated. He can't imagine life without Chip. He knows the only reason why he's been blessed by the gods and been put on in this universe is to have been with Chip to get to this point. But then he starts weighing all these, what is one life against trillions? Can he live with himself, knowing that he could undo all the death and pain and misery that's been wrought by the hands of the AI if he just simply sacrifices his friend? What are you gonna do? So there was a where am I at? I tossed around this idea, and I have it written down, but I'm not super sold on it. But I tossed around this idea of a third option. And this one is kind of Mass Effect-y, but a little bit extrapolated out into like an actual result. So the third option I had was one that would put an end to the AI uprising, but also keeps technology intact. He already feels the guilt of sacrificing Chip once with getting the inhibition chip removed. Yeah. I mean, like, there's a lot that Lucky, I think, is wrestling with here. The third option is melding organic and synthetic life together, creating a symbiotic relationship between the two. It's a unified consciousness of people and technology, free to live their lives with independence and autonomy, but without any of the binary moral dilemmas that cause AIs to go rogue. So really the idea behind this was that synthetics and organics would be almost like mind melded and unified to kind of share a singular consciousness, but still have independent thought. Basically give the AI a soul. I think basically give them, like empathy. I think that's really like the key thing here. Is being able to give the AI feelings and to be able to understand that like the Borg, kind of like the Borg, but not terrible. Yeah, like kind of like the Flood, Hive Mind in Halo, or the Borg, but not terrible. So anywho, Lucky has a difficult time wrapping his mind around the concept, claiming that simply sharing a consciousness won't make the AI plot the destruction of organics any less. I vote we give the AI feelings and tell it to go to therapy. So the Diluvian explains to Lucky that they say, Lucky, you are an example of this idea. Your mind and body are synthesized within this robotic framework, creating a unified cohesion of bionic parts working in tandem with an organic mind. You and other followers of Kinsella are proof that this idea can work. Much like we are three parts of the same collective mind, we each have independent actions and motivations for what inspires us. So the Diluvian kind of represent this exact idea that Lucky is being told, that literally any of the three of them couldn't exist without the other two. That's the point of these three divinities. That's the point of the Diluvian. So yeah, that's kind of what he's explaining. And Lucky is the embodiment of all of those ideas coming together. Life, death, and the time that balances the two. So Lucky still struggles with this concept. The idea of sharing his mind with all living and synthetic beings in the galaxy is already giving him a headache. But after a while, he stops pacing around the room and asks, how can we achieve this? What must be done? And so the first Diluvian, who is the god, represents the god of death, they speak up and say, you must sacrifice yourself for this cause. If stopping the AI is as important to you as saving your friend, then you must be willing to pay the ultimate price for the unification of the galaxy. We are willing to die if that is what is required of us in order to bring peace. Are you willing to do the same? So Lucky also then realizes that this option kills the Diluvians. Actually, any of the options destroy the Diluvian as well, because this quest, this journey to get to this point has been set up by the Diluvians for eons. And so the Diluvian have been waiting for the right person to get to this point to be able to make the decision on behalf of all humanity. So after this decision is made, the Diluvian they die. They cease to exist. And so they kind of convey that to Lucky and say, listen, whatever you decide, we're good with, because you were the chosen one to be here. We're willing to die for whatever you choose. You have to be willing to do the same. And I think this is the route I want to go. I think it's a little like it's not derivative's not the right word. It's a little like cheesy, a little bit of like a cop out, but I think this is the route I want to go. I think I expanded on this option more than I did any of the other ones, which probably leads me to believe that I was leaning this route. But I have I have all three options written out. So anyways, Lucky stops in his tracks and he realizes that all his life he has felt that should the moment ever arise to where he must sacrifice himself to save his friends and family, he would do it without question. But now that the moment has arrived, he's frozen in indecision. Because, I mean, Josh said numerous times that like the best thing he could do would be to lay down his life for someone else. And he would do it without hesitation because he knows that would be his calling. And so the moment comes where he's actually like being put on the spot to do it. yeah, it's a struggle, you know. Everyone thinks they're brave until they get put into a spot where that bravery is tested. I think it's kind of what I was going for. So the middle Diluvian, which is represents the god of time, they speak up and say, you haven't the time, get it? You haven't the time for indecision, Lukasht. I don't know how to spell it. I also don't even know how to pronounce it, but we're getting there. They continue in saying, the AI has mounted a new ground assault and will be overtaking what remains of your crew in a matter of moments. What would you have us do? And Lucky grows more and more anxious. He's trying and failing to find the perfect combination of words that can achieve his goals without having to sacrifice what he loves. And the middle one speaks up again sternly and says, now, there is no time. And Lucky finally blurts out, he goes, me, I choose me. And he starts crying. He says, and now I know in my last moments how much of a coward I was. And the rightmost Diluvian, the representing the goddess of life, interrupts and says, fear of one's mortality is the basest of all instincts in organic life. It takes true strength to walk up to the void and step in anyways. What you have done this day will now be known across the galaxy. And with that, the Diluvians stand up and they complete an intricate series of hand movements, almost like think of this kind of like what's the dance where it's like mostly hands and stuff. They do kind of like a fancy hand dance, and they chant some phrases, and a white light fills the space and bursts from the fortress through every crack and seam. So it would like cut outside, and you would see all the like cracks starting to form around the fortress and light shooting out in every direction. And that's how that chapter ends. We're on the last chapter, guys. And actually this one's very short. Again, I have a lot more in like another part of the document, but this is, I guess, how I ended the book. I forgot I ended it this way. So here we are. I'm glad I picked this one. So back outside the fortress, the fighting has stopped. Chip and T look at each other with an almost newfound sense of respect for one another. And for the first time ever, they embrace with a hug. They hug each other because they both understand each other at a very core fundamental being. And a single tear slides down T's cheek as she understands exactly what, just like everyone in the galaxy knows exactly what happened and knows the sacrifice that was just made. And yeah, T starts crying because of it. And I kind of picture like T like climbing up Chip and like sitting on his shoulder, and they start like walking back down the hill, and all of the AI controlled organics, they like stop and turn around and start walking back down the hill too. And they walk back towards the R.L. Stein. There's the remaining crew of people are waiting outside, and everyone's cheering and clapping and celebrating. And Martha pulls Chip aside and says that she knows how hard it must have been to return without Augustus and Lucky, and it knows how much they truly meant to him. And wait, what? Oh, hold on here. I don't know how I feel about a world in which there are no private thoughts. I don't necessarily know that that's the case. Maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think they have like a shared... Yeah, I guess probably no private thoughts. I don't know. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Mimicking 2C1. Oh. Okay. Sorry. There was I put a note in the outline that said it mimics something, so I had to find out what it was. So anyways, once Chip gets back to the R.L. Stein, he uses this opportunity to address the crowd, and then I have it mimics the framing of 2C1, which at 2C1 is, hold on, let me get here, is when Chip makes a speech to everyone as they head towards Ely for the first time right at the very beginning at the book. And so when Chip gives that really, really poor speech about their mission and how he's disappointed in everybody. So I would like try and position the crew and the survivors in kind of a same framing and the same position, but obviously reflecting the changes that have happened, not only in Chip, but with the whole, universe. And so he says, what we've accomplished today is nothing short of a miracle. Every single person on the ship is responsible for helping create true and lasting peace within the galaxy. And it's because of the sacrifices of Augustus Russell and Lukáš Dvorak that we are now hopeful for the future for the first time in millions of years. May their memories live on in us. And everyone cheers and celebrates. And they all board back into the ship. Everyone sits down at their positions. Chip pulls out the picture of Jace in his shirt pocket and places it on the dashboard. He looks at it and smiles, finally free of the guilt and remorse that he's been carrying with him for hundreds of years. T walks up to him, places a hand on Chip's shoulder, and says, "Where to now, Captain?" And a series of panels zooms closer in on Chip's face before ultimately cutting to black. And that's how Sneak Attack Liberation ends. In my mind, it's more about the vibes than knowing all the private thoughts. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of it. Just like a conscious understanding of each other. So, yay, we did it. We ruined Sneak Attack Volume 2. So again, ideally, that last part I feel was a little rushed. It would be a little bit better, a little more fleshed out, and I think the landing would be a little softer if we had like the illustration to accompany that. But and now T has feelings, lol. Yeah, T has feelings, lol. All of this was really just a giant setup to give T some emotions. We get that. We just got the outline. Yeah. It's, it's tough. It's tough. I try and fill in some of the gaps as best I can, but it is just an outline. Okay, so theoretical time. What if they had chosen to go sub FTL at the end? If they had chosen to go sub FTL at the end, they would not have lost anybody, except for Lucky. Because, well, since the plan with the book was always to go FTL, what I imagine what would have happened is they, like, if actually presenting the players with the option and the players chose to not go FTL, they would have arrived on the planet with no opposition. Lucky would have had to have been the one to open the door and then ultimately make that decision. And if Lucky chose the synthesize decision, he would have died. And then the three of them, the three survivors, would have had extreme guilt for everyone who died. Like all of the people who died along their journey to get to the center of the galaxy. So it would have been like a champion moment of like, hooray, we did it, but we did it at a very extreme cost. I feel like they would have been hit with a lot of guilt, like survivor's guilt, survivor's remorse. But again, you know, like what's when you're securing the future of the entire galaxy, like it's pretty tough to say you made the wrong decision one way or another. I listened to Volume 2 when my brain was wacky, and maybe this will help me go back and properly enjoy it. Very wonderful writing and resolution. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. I reject the reality that Ethan died all. Ethan's dead. He gone. It's like Black Widow, Natasha in Endgame. Like someone had to be sacrificed. I guess Lucky too. Someone had to be sacrificed in order for their plan to succeed. And to try as you might, there's no one doing that. Cue the Gungan celebration music. Yeah, what is that? Gungan celebrate episode 1. I'm gonna get DMCA'd. And I'm just guessing on what it sounds like because I don't have my headphones on. Ethan comes back as a Force Ghost in the re-edit. There we go. So you said there was a reason it was Ethan that we would see in a short bit. Oh, right. So the reason I picked Ethan is because I needed that moment between T and Chip. Because T had the emotions of a robot and Chip had, well, the body of a robot. I needed those two to finally be able to understand each other. And in order for that hug to mean, like, I think Chip and T hugging at the end is more emotionally resonant than Chip and Ethan hugging. So that's why Ethan died. It was a necessity to kill someone in order to make the FTL jump have consequence. And I figured emotionally and narratively it made the most sense for it to be Ethan. Ethan got his closure prior to the synthesis option. Oh, for sure. Like, the reason why Ethan had that conversation with Chip before they arrived was to give Ethan closure. Chip and T go to Brannis and find Death Maros and bring Ethan and Lucky back from the planet of the Damned. All right, you can fanfic that. I also think Ethan advocating the risky FTL option and also having to put his money where his mouth is. Yo, did he advocate for FTL? He probably did. Ethan, oh yeah. This was all part of it. Ethan says he's been running almost his whole life, running from his heritage, running from those who would want to kill him, running from himself. It's time he stopped running and took control of his own destiny. I remember that line specifically being because he was gonna die. Yeah. He votes to use the FTL drive. Yep. There's a lot of, like, when I wrote this, there was a lot of moments where I was writing something, I'd be like, oh, I need to go back to this point to, like, either tee something up for later or to make the resolution feel even stronger, or, like, you know, the impact of something feel even stronger. So there's a lot of, like, back and forth writing in this that helped enforce future decisions or future outcomes. In the end, he still ran. He ran out of time. I mean, I think, like, embracing your finality, embracing your, what's the word I'm looking for here? Mortality. I think embracing your mortality is the opposite of running. I think that's the bravest thing anyone can ever do. Realizing that this action I'm about to do may, you know, pay the ultimate price, but I'm willing to do it anyways. The real reason you killed him was because he stayed in the taxi. Listen, he punched his card right then and there. He punched it. We all knew. His fate was sealed that day. Do I see anything interesting? I could have reached across the table and strangled that boy that day. Could have reached across the table and strangled the life out of that boy. Do I see anything interesting? I'm putting my slippies on. Yeah. So that's it. You know, that's what I had planned. I would have loved to have seen more of the art, more of the illustration stuff, because I mean, just even the little bit we got was so good. Fit check on the slippies. I mean, they're snug. If my players do that, I'm kicking them from the Zoom call. How your sports ball team's doing? Sunday wasn't a good day. Sunday was a particularly tough day because I feel like we lost to the refs. We didn't lose to the other team. We lost to the officiating, which is really hard. Like, that's a tough pill to swallow. Because I don't know. We played really well until just like things just suddenly stopped going our way. But you know, that happens. There's a chance we can still take the 1 seed in the AFC. If we win on Saturday and the Titans, if Tennessee loses on Sunday, yeah, Kaz, can you like drive to Nashville and like break the leg of their quarterback or something? Just like, you know, go all Tanya Harding on him and take a pipe wrench to the kneecap sort of thing. That'd be pretty cool if you did. Just like, you know, like on the down low though, that'd be pretty sweet if you did. Because we need the Titans to lose. And we need to win, and then we'll reclaim the 1 seed, and then everything will be good. Stupid Titans. Yeah. So I don't know what to do right now. I don't like driving in Nashville, but I'll do my best. All right, just call a friend. Just can you phone a friend? You have to know someone who lives in Nashville. Can we do marbles? I don't know how marbles will work because it's tied to Twitch. It's okay, Reed. We all know the Mets are going all the way. Yeah, I don't know how marbles would work. I think it's possible. There might be a way. What's up, boy? I feel like I'm late. Yeah, we've been streaming for 2 hours now. Can we just type in the Twitch chat when you? That's what I was thinking. It might work. Let me pull up marbles and see if I can actually like connect it, even though I'm not live streaming at the moment. How do you feel, Reed? I felt better talking about sneak attack the first time, like the first stream we did this. I don't know. I feel kind of sad. I feel kind of sad. I don't have marbles installed anymore. Rip. It takes 8 gigs of space? What? It's all right. We'll get it going. Oh, no. It's 3 gigs. I'm going to go tune into the family at this point. This is wonderful. Thanks for sharing. It's all good, Logan. Yeah. Do your thing, my dude. Appreciate you. Sorry you feel sad. I don't know. I expected to be happy. Like, I expected to be, you know, like, hey, cool. Like, here's this thing, and it's something that I've been working on for, you know, 5 years, but it doesn't feel... I didn't get the same sort of, like, closure with this that I did when we finished volume 1. Obviously. I mean, I know they're different, but like after talking about volume 2 after talking about the graphic novel the first time, I thought like, oh cool, like the chance to like talk about it and like really tell them like how things were going to go, like that, I was pretty hype. But yeah, so I expected more of that, but I didn't get that. Marbles is done. Rita will come to your house and give you a hug. Don't make a promise you can't keep. You can use custom names, but only if it's on Twitch. It is sad. Thanks for sharing. If it didn't feel great, it's okay. No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Feels like the end of Sneak Attack again. Wait, what? Oh boy. Password was incorrect. There was a moment where like Twitch got hacked and I updated my Twitch password, but because I haven't used it in a long time, I don't remember what I set it to. Closure is happy. The morning is also real because of closure. I think that's probably what it is. Like knowing that like I have nothing left to give of volume 2 is probably what it is. Feels like the end of Sneak Attack again. No, it feels different. It feels different because like the end of volume 1 I felt was like a really happy thing that I got to share with people, and not only share with people, but share with my friends. And not that you like, you know what I mean? Like my in-person, my IRL friends. And like to be able to be like, oh yeah, I made this thing for you guys. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to get signed into Twitch. Pick the ant. Pick the ant. What is my Twitch username? Moon King TV. Yeah, it's Moon King TV. Did I update my... Oh, I updated my email. Yeah, when the password when the hack happened, I updated my email. Whoops. Well, let me try with my new email then. No, that wouldn't matter. That wouldn't matter. Hold on, sorry. All right, we're in. All right. Gotta fire up marbles again. Come on. I get it. Gosh, there's like a 10-second warning screen. Okay. All right. Okay. Got it. Okay. So let's see if this works. Okay. So if I go to twitch.tv and I go to my channel and I go to chat and you all are all chatting already. Exclamation point, play. Okay, that it works. It works. Look at us making things happen. Okay, now I got to do like pop out chat. There we go. I can't believe this is working. Okay, cool. Yeah, we have to do double chat. All right, is everyone in? Is enough people in? All right, we're just gonna go. Okay, if you've never done marbles before, you have to hit exclamation point play in the Twitch chat, which I believe Ellen linked, and then that's funny. Your Twitch comment came in faster than your YouTube one. That's really funny. Anyways, multi-chat drifting. Yeah, so you have to type exclamation point play and hit enter in the Twitch chat, and then you'll pop up in marbles. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Kaz, your and finish it here popped up in my Twitch chat before start a sentence here did in the YouTube chat. I noticed YouTube is way more delayed than Twitch. Like, way more delayed. Anyways, we're gonna start. I don't remember the controls. All right, you guys are going down a big funnel. Ellen's in the lead. Oh, Ellen with a very dramatic lead. I can't actually keep up. Try as I might, I'm just not able to keep up. I'm zipping and zooming. Looks like Ellen's in the lead with Snow falling closely behind. Moon King's in third place, having just passed Kaz. Suck it, Kaz. I don't know if there's any potential obstacles at all, but everyone's just kind of moving at a decent clip. Kaz somehow I dropped way. There must be some obstacles because I just got like way behind. Ellen, however, just keeping a very slow and deliberate pace. You know, nothing. Oh, Snow just got caught up on something. There has to be some obstacles here, but I'm just not seeing what they are. And Ellen is navigating whatever that is, just with ease. With absolutely zero trepidation or zero difficulty. Ellen just right in there, right into first place. Of course, that terrible blue cheater ball brings Danlius absolute dead last place. That's just what we expect. That was like a straight line. It was pretty terrible. Map. I think we're going to give it a no good vote. How do I give a down vote? I don't know that one. Okay. Ellen came in with a time of 55 seconds. I guess the world record is 44. I don't know how you could get any faster than that, but Reed, no, it was a good map. I don't think so. All right, race menu. Here we go. We're back. It's been a while since we played marbles. I don't exactly remember what to do. All right. How about magical timeless dance? All right. Exclamation point play in the Twitch chat. I can already tell this one's going to be better. I can already tell. We're missing somebody. We had 10 before, but now we only have 9. Who are we missing? First time chat from viewer. Okay, loading. What's up, my dude? So we're still missing someone. Oh, that's my boyfriend. Ooh. Oni-chan. That's the extent of my anime knowledge. Where is clipping? I don't know what Oni-chan means. I just know it's a meme. So if it's something really bad, I apologize. Yeah, if it's like some hentai thing, then, you know, whoops. Wow, they're coming out of the woodwork. Wait, can we not ban people? Okay, we're at 11. I think we're good. All the bots like read Sam. So okay, be straight with me. Was that like some messed up hentai thing I did? It's a new bot each time. I know. I know they're different. Yeah, I don't know why like it couldn't ban me. I couldn't ban the person. I don't know. We're gonna start. This one looks very exciting though. Oh, you start at the bottom and go up. That is exciting. I don't even know what to make of this anymore. I think Snow probably has the lead. Or Ant. Oh, there's too much activity going on. I can't even track it. You're in the funnel of doom. Oh, D&D Manatee making it out first, taking the more direct route. I like it. Oz also following. Nope, Oz goes left. Oz is not going to be denied. She decides she will not follow the crowd. Literally everyone else went middle, but Oz says, I choose to go left when the rest of the crowd goes right. And now she's stuck in the whirling dervish. Oh boy, this could be a while. Let's do the fork and the garbage disposal. Let's do the fork and the garbage disposal. Come on, someone's got to break free. All right, it looks like Loading and Moon King, the two clearly smartest people here. Oh, now it's anybody's game. This is anybody. It's definitely going to be me or Loading, but it's all going to come down to just like pure luck of the draw because there's no way anyone can catch up to us. Oh, Loading by like a microsecond, followed by Ellen, and then I think Danlius is in last. Oh, Danlius and Snow are together. Isn't that adorable? One of those is my boyfriend. Ooh. Yeah, Ellen got third. I think overall she's probably like best average time. And Christine finally like 30 seconds later. All right. I don't know how to do anything. Like, I can't do anything with that. Nope. All right. See final results. Wait, what? How did they give Loading the victory when we literally had the same time? We had 2/1000th of a second the same time. How they gonna give that to Loading? Alphabetical order? You beat me by one character. You son of a gun. All right. 116, that's pretty good time. That's pretty good time. Christine, however, terrible time. Like, I don't know how someone has that bad of a time. Yeah, like Danlius and Snow, they're couples. D&D Manatee and Big Max, they're couples. Ellen just living that solo life. She's like, I don't need no man. I don't need no partner. I'm a strong, independent woman. Redeemed drawing MS 15,000 moonbucks. No.
Nani?
That's not the one I expected, but it ended up being better. Yes. The one I wanted was bruh. What about this one?
Yeah.
That's Wario.
You're gonna love my nuts.
That's not the one I wanted either.
Nani?
That's what I wanted. Listen, I'll just refund my points. Oh, Danlius wants 9. All right, 9 is this one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Oh, sorry. This double chat thing is really screwing with me. Ooh, guys, do we want to do the 343 minute? Do we want to do the COVID mouth? Do you want to do the 5 hour and 43 minute race? I think we definitely want to do We definitely want to do the 5 hour and 43-minute race. I saw someone say impeccable bubbling ballad. We could do that one. Let's see what this one has to do. It's a 97% elim rate. All right, exclamation point play in the twitch.tv chat. Oh, look, someone did this in 2 hours and 46 or 2 hours and 26 minutes. So I think we're going to be great. I think we're going to be great. I have no idea where anyone is. Oh, there you are. Oh my gosh. You guys are just crawling. Oh, this is great. I wish you could pick where the camera is, like, during the loading screen. Okay, so Christine, what is the incline on this plane? Like 1 degree? All right, Christine is doing pretty good. I mean, we're like halfway through the pipes already. So, I mean, like, we're doing pretty good. This is definitely like a world record pace. If you utilize the backwards long jump and clip through the floor, you can do it in an easy hour 15. You only need 3 stars. All right. Oh, Christine's going backwards, I think. Yep, Christine is going backwards. I don't know how. Oh, there she goes. She realized that, nope, the exit's actually this way. Does it actually funnel to here? Oh, it does. Yep, there's like a little incline there. Okay. Okay, I think loading is probably... Oh man, look at that velocity. Oh my gosh. Wait. What is it? What is this? There's like a teleporter? Huh. Oh. There's a little jump. All right, loading is going somewhere else. Oh, that's weird. I wonder what the point of the jump is. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. It puts you back at the beginning? What the heck is this? Why? Why and how? Okay, so the thing is, sometimes the balls go at different heights. So is there a situation where, like, this is absurd? Gotta bounce into the tiny tube into the portal. That's the only thing I can think of. But I don't know. Yeah, Big Mac's missed. Oh my goodness. I want to know, yeah, if it's this portal, if you have to like land in this tube and it's purely like a numbers game. Okay, let's do this. Can I do... What? How do I go back to the thing? How do I go back to the race? What? Why can I not go back to the race? Am I missing a... Now my mouse is gone. Okay. Now... I wanted to do a simulate. I wanted to do a simulation of like 500. Okay, I can still do it. We're going to do a simulation of 25,000. Okay, the most you can do is 1,000. Okay. Dunk. Okay. Guys, obviously we're rooting for we're rooting for oh boy, Weodabski. We're rooting for Weodabski, guys, obviously. All right, where are you, Weodabski? Let's find you. Oh, there you are. Weodabski, how can I highlight you? I wish I could highlight you. All right. All right. Some are already starting to break through. Tatubski. Tatubshi? All right. Let's see how this works. Let's see if any of them can make it in the middle. If only he were a different color so you could easily pick him out of the crowd. If only. I imagine. Oh, okay. I wonder if it's possible that like you can get some randomness, like they need to collide in midair or something, and that's what lands them in the middle. Oh, that was one of our best chances. Yeah, because they're coming in at different heights. So I don't think there's any chance for a collision. Oh no, we got two! Let's go! What? Oh, we've already got some down. Wait, what? We've already got some down here? Oh, they're coming through the portal. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, some of them are falling. I don't know where those go. Into a portal. That probably sends them somewhere else altogether. Okay. So, oh, we have just a full casualty. My guess is you don't want to land in the funnels. My guess is the funnels take you over to the beginning. So we really need this guy to like keep the dream alive. Oh my gosh. No, don't go down this way. Don't go down this way. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I thought it was like a launch pad. I thought it was a launch pad that was gonna like launch him off the map or something. Wait, but he's not gonna have the velocity to get over this hill. Oh my gosh, is he literally just stuck there? Guys, it's only been 5 minutes. Just like chill out. Blast off. Just barely touches it. Okay, we're getting a lot more contenders here. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, you son of a gun. I thought that was it. No, gosh dang it. They literally can't go fast enough to avoid getting hit. There's no speed. And we've got like no one on the horizon. How is someone actually supposed to get through here? Like, he's gonna get hit again. He's gonna get hit. Yep. I don't know how over time they pick up speed. The only thing that can propel you is this little spinny thing right here. Oh, come on. All right, let's see how everything else is going. All right, still got a lot of people still just getting stuck in the maze. It's okay. Oh man, yeah, this is definitely the problematic part. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, at an angle. Come on, at an angle. Ah. Oh. Gosh dang it. I thought there was a chance. I thought there was a chance. What about Dubisco? No. No. There's just no shot. You got to either come in at an angle. Yeah, you have to come in at an angle. That's the only way you can make this work. My only hope is that eventually, oh, there goes that. Is that eventually, with enough people down here, there's enough randomness and collision that they'll like force one past. Gosh. But I mean, we've only got like we've only got one possibility to get down here. I think if you can get to here, you're pretty much locked in. But because these don't have edges, like on the side, they don't have railings. They just like get knocked off all the time. Yep, like they're both going. Yep, there they both go. So what's funny is you actually need to be like by yourself. If you want to get through, the best shot for you to get through is to be by yourself, so that you don't have other marbles knocking you around. And even that's not a sure thing. Gosh, look, that guy was by himself and he just got knocked off. No, our boy doesn't have it in him. He's going to eventually roll off the right side. There he goes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what? How did we do it? How did we do it? I don't know how some got through, but oh, and so then it has to get down this tiny little sliver. Okay, come on, DeWougier. Gosh, it is just a numbers game. All right, I mean, like, yeah, eventually they just get past. It is just a numbers game. Come on, DeWoozgi. Come on, DeWoozgi. No, you overcorrected too much. All right, we got 4 marbles here. And we got what? 6? 6 jockeying for position. All right, we got this is plenty. Where does this go? Gosh, what on earth is that? The bladder of doom? Come on. Oh, you son of a gun. It's a plumbus. Come on, DeWoozgi. Come on, DeWoozgi. Oh, bounce Quixada or whatever into... Yeah. Ah. All right, what do we got here? We still got like the same 5 that are fighting, and really no one on the horizon. Okay. All right, I feel like this is more probable than the other one. Oh, whoa. No, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. No. Via Watsu aren't going through either. Okay. We really need someone to hit the ramp like at the halfway point while traveling inward. So like, oh, wait. No, it's not going to be there. Okay, maybe DeWoozgi. Maybe this might be it for DeWoozgi. This might be it. No, he overcorrected. Unless they can collide. Can they collide? I think Goaki just stood a chance, but DeWoozgi totally cucked him. Oh no! Tawazko, you had it, my dude. Tawazko, that was your moment. That was your moment to shine. You gonna make up for it? You gonna make up for it? Oh, come on. Oh, Tawasco. All right, Dawuski, just chill out. Just chill out. Just chill out. Not so fast. You got it. Okay. Oh, we a new contender enters the arena. 2 new contenders. Oh, this is gonna get spicy in a hurry. Yeah, it's just a matter of time at this point. Okay. No, go Akigi. No, that's way too wide of an arc. That's way too wide of an arc. Okay. Go Akigi. Go Akigi. This is your moment. This is your moment. No, oh my gosh. So wide. Tawasco, don't you do it. Don't you. Any other prospects? No one? Okay. All hopes lied in Dawuski. We've been doing this for 15 minutes. Tawasco. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. This is it. Everything else is pointless. This is our life now. Oh, I don't know what that would have done, but I don't like the looks of it. Oh, just a slight detour. Don't worry about it. Just a slight detour. Whoa. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that is very narrow. That is very narrow. All right, let's see how our other guys are doing. Oh, we got contestant number 2. This is it. It's all coming together. Okay, he's still working. Don't rush him. Let's go. We are witnessing greatness here, folks. And we've got 7. Yeah, 7 on the way. Okay, Tawasco, you got some competition coming, so definitely need you to step up your game here. Too much speed. Too much speed. You're not going to make it through. Where'd that other guy? He's right there. Okay. He's just taking his sweet time. Okay. Oh, is this the angle? Is this the angle? He's got the right approach. Is this it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He propels him through the other side too. This is incredible. We haven't seen this sort of progress in a generation. He's going the wrong way though. I feel like I should point that out. Why is he going the wrong way? It doesn't matter. We've got Aowooski. Oh. Oh no. No, that he would have made it on his own. He was there. Sorry, we got more coming. Tawasco is still trying to get through. He's having a rough go of it, guys. Can we give some prayers up for Tawasco? Quickikta is definitely like a little confused by the nature of the game. So I think the way it works is it's trying to funnel everyone back to get hit by this propeller right there. That one propeller. So it's actually inclined the opposite direction in order to get propelled forward. Well, maybe not. No, there's something definitely weird with this board. Okay, so we have like 10 people trying to get past the slant, another 10 trying to get down the main corridor, and Wazuxby just says, screw all you. I'm going through whether you like it or not. Tawasco still just really doesn't get the nature of the game. He's riding the struggle bus. Yes. Go down the middle. Get hit. Ah. Oh, okay. I'm fine with any action. Inaction is the death of the sport. We want action here, boys. I wish this was like Twitch Plays Pokemon, because then I could get these stupid marbles to do something. See, it gets right to the edge, and then... You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. That was it. That was it. That was the moment. Oh. Okay, you got one more chance. Quisita. Oh, this is going to be perfect timing. This is going to be perfect timing. Ah. It was not perfect timing. Tawasco, you're so bad at being a marble. Just go. Why are you so bad? See, look. Wazuxby, he figured it out way before you. You're a terrible marble. Come on. Oh, this is it. This is it. Anyone know why Moon Knight isn't showing up live on Twitch? I don't know who Moon Knight is. It's the Dawooski comeback. Oh yeah, no, he's making a move. Oh, okay. Please. No, dude, that was it. Bro, that was the moment. That was the chance. Come on, Dawooski. Come on, Dawooski. Oh no, it was gonna happen again. Oh no. Dawooski it was this close. The timing on these propellers has been horrible, dudes. Oh no, it was there. It was there. We had it. Okay. No, it's gonna be too far. Yeah. Yes! Let's go! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh my gosh. I think we got super lucky with that second part too. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, okay, it just goes back up here. That's not terrible. Oh my gosh. I thought it went all the way. I thought it went back to there or something. That would have killed me. Okay, come on. Gain some velocity. No, just immediately. Immediately. So I'm curious about what this is. It's got to be something else because like that's a down. It will never make it because that's an uphill slope. So. It's okay. It's all right. We're just waiting for BQ. What are the odds of a marble completing this course perfectly on the first try? Oh. I mean, infinitesimally small. Reed, you can go ahead and just leave the stream running and go to bed if you need to. I'm in too deep. Dude, let's just see how many people are still at the front unable to get past. Oh my gosh, like 700, 800. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Well done to this guy. Like, oh my gosh. Waksubi, man, you almost had it. Where's Ryudabski? We've only lost one, and that was really early. So I don't know who that is. You think are you saying Wazuxby? First child named Tegan. All right, this is gonna be the one. No, it's not. It's not gonna be the one. Nope. Oh, Wyodabski was the first one we found at the very front. There's a lot falling. It's hard to see them all. I think that guy's name is just Woo Boo Woo Doo. Yeah, I'm not seeing Weird Baxi. It's in there somewhere though. We've only lost one marble. Who makes better names, Reed or the marble game? I mean, let's be real. Oh. We got a second one through. Dwoozgi. Dwoozgi coming in big time. Oh my gosh. I just now realized how these things turn. The likelihood of getting across, they're not 1-to-1. They turn at different rotations. And it is not common. The likelihood of getting them across is only, they're going to sync up in probably the next 10 rotations. No, farther than that. It's close. It's close to syncing up again. Right here. You have to get them all across in that sequence. Or this sequence. Yeah, right here. And then beyond that, it takes like another 30 seconds to sync up. That's crazy. I didn't realize that they were all on alternating rotations. Yeah, you're here too fast, Dwoozgi. You gotta wait a bit. Oh, any luck? Any luck? We're kind of close. No, not it. Dwoozgi, maybe? Maybe? Come on, buddy. Well, you better act. You better act now. This is it. This is your chance. He's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss his opportunity. Yeah, this is it. And it's gone. Oh my dude, you were so close. You were like 2 seconds away. You got any good stories while we wait? I've told you guys all my good stories. Honestly, at this point, I think like you know everything about my life. You can ask me something. We can do a little AMA. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my gosh, you were too early. You were too early by like 3 seconds. How many people have you slapped? I don't know. Not that many. Yeah, I don't think that many at all. Mouth hole all good? It's good for now. I don't have any like bandage or stitches anymore. So we're just waiting for. Oh yeah, we lost another marble. We're just waiting in for the bone graft to fully heal, and then they can put the implant in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, you just it was like a second too early. How do you feel about Pringles? I love Pringles. Plain Pringles are bomb. Barbecue Pringles are bomb. I mean, we all know the real crime of Pringles is the can design. Like, it's just, I get the iconic, you know, visual of the can, but it's just a bad design. But Pringles as chips are fire. I had honey mustard Pringles over Christ, as it was good. You told us he went skydiving once. My skydiving story is not that interesting. The dude just kind of like verbally abused me, emotionally abused me. Yeah, my skydiving tandem. We have a third? Oh my gosh. Again, it's just a matter of time now. Like, this is just a numbers game. Yeah, so I was really nervous, and my tandem partner knew that I was nervous, so he started like saying things to freak me out. So like, I asked him, for example, like, oh, you know, oh my gosh, no, timing just wasn't there. I asked him like, you know, how many miles have you skydived or something like that, and he was like, oh, I've free fallen enough miles to circle the globe. Not he's like parachuted enough miles. He just in free fall, he's fallen enough miles to circle the globe. I was like, wow, that's really incredible. Like that's a lot. He goes, oh yeah, some people would say that that's really awesome. I go, like, some people, you know, what do you mean? He goes, oh yeah, well, you know, some people would say that I'm due for a mistake. I go like, what? He's like, yeah, you know, like, just it's the rule of the rule of like causality or something. He's like, eventually, you know, something's gonna go wrong. I was like, okay, fair. And oh no, you just missed the timing. That was like a millisecond difference. Okay, anyways. So anyways, the you know, we keep going, we keep talking, and we were the last people in the plane, and you know, the way small planes work is if you're the last people in, you're the first one out because of, you know, how you're lined up. And so we're the last people in, and so we're sitting there on the thing, and the plane takes off, and we're just kind of chatting. And so then he explains to me what I'm supposed to do. He says, so what we're going to do is we're going to wiggle over to the door. You're going to open the door, and then we'll tumble out. I said, one more time? He's like, yeah, you'll open the door. I go like, nah. He's like, no, it's fine. It's just like a garage door. It's easy. I go like, okay, but it's not like a garage door because there's no button to push. He's like, yeah, you just lift, you reach down and you grab it and you lift up, and it's like it opens like a garage door. I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We'll waddle up there. I'll try and open the door. He goes, okay, you'll be fine. So when the time comes, we're at like 14,000 feet. When the time comes, we waddle up. He's strapped to my back, by the way. So they line up, or we line up in front of the door. We waddle up, and he goes, okay, so just reach down, grab the handles, and throw the door open. And so I reach down, and I'm pulling, and it's just like nothing's happening. Like the door won't open. He goes, oh, well, yeah, you know, there's like, it's the differential in pressure is keeping the door closed. So, you know, just you really have to work for it. Okay, no problem. So, where did that guy come from? I have no idea where that dude came from. Oh, he was just the next one in. So anyways, I reached down there with all my might, and finally I throw it open, and just because of, you know, the force of doing that, it pushes me forward. So like my momentum carried me forward, and I'm just hanging out of an airplane looking at nothing for 14,000 feet. I'm just kind of like dangling there. And and so finally I like lean back because he's still strapped to me, and I like lean back and pull myself back into the plane. And he goes, okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna count to 3. on 3, you're going to grab these handles, pull yourself forward, and then we'll tumble out of the plane. We'll spin for a little bit and then we'll level off. I said, okay, all right, we're here. Let's do this. And so I got my hands on the railings. He goes, okay, 1, 2, 3. And I pull myself forward and we don't move. It's like, huh. I try it again. Huh. I was like, are we caught on something? What's going on? So I try it one more time. Huh. And so by the third time, I was like, okay, clearly something wrong, or we're caught on something. And so I turn around to like try and look at him. And as I'm completely turned around, he grabs the handles and throws us both forward so that I have no say on when we actually go. And yeah, so at that point we tumble out, we spin for a little bit, and then I completely forgot all of my training. They tell you when you fall, you can't fall. You don't fall feet first. You have to like completely spread your body out and keep your feet up behind you. They say like make a banana pose, and I completely ignored all of that. I was falling feet first for quite a while, and finally he like corrected me. He's like, no, you got to. I said, all right. And so then I go banana pose, and then yeah, we had a great time. We free fell and for about 11,000 feet. By my math, I think we hit a top speed of about 140 miles an hour. Does it feel like falling or zero gravity? It does not feel like you're falling. It doesn't even look like you're falling. You can feel the wind, but you do not get a sensation that you're falling. It is incredibly bizarre. Because I think like falling, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Do you get the stomach flop? Nope. Again, all of those sensations are a reaction to your surroundings. Like, the reason why you feel like you're falling is because you have a frame of reference to like tell your brain I'm passing something, or there's like I'm getting closer to something, or anything like that. With skydiving, you just don't have that frame of reference. So I'm even accelerating, I don't remember ever feeling like I was falling. The only time I ever felt like we were falling is after the parachute opened and then we started banking. So like when we banked, we would go up and then down, and that gave you kind of that weightless, like whoa kind of feeling, because it was like one force immediately countered by another force, like the up and then the down. But when you're just free falling, you don't ever have that opposition, so it never feels like you're falling. It was crazy. I would do it again in a heartbeat. It's the most thrilling thing anyone can do. I'm convinced. The buddy I went with, he also went bungee jumping in Costa Rica. He's kind of like that. We did it for his bachelor party. So he's kind of like that guy, that thrill seeker kind of guy. And that's why we did this for his bachelor party. But yeah, like he said going bungee jumping was like less of a rush than going skydiving. So I highly encourage everyone, if possible, give skydiving a chance. Does it feel like flying? Not really, because again, we were tandem and we weren't really trying to like go somewhere. Like we weren't aiming for anything. So like it didn't really feel like falling in that regard. You can't say anything either. Like the whole time I felt like I was holding my breath. And then once you open your chute and you like are dangling, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, like wow, like then you can talk. It was pretty nutty. I went ziplining treetop high wiring for my bachelorette party. Yeah, Tiffany wants to zipline real bad. I think whenever we actually are able to take like a full vacation, that'll be something we add to the list. hard to tell how fast you're going when everything is flat and there's no landmarks. Exactly. Yeah, like we weren't passing anything. So like, again, there's just that 0 frame of reference to really help ground you, you know, no pun intended. Because I mean, this might just be my memory being faulty, but like, even when we were at a 14,000 feet versus 4,000 feet, it didn't feel like the ground was getting closer. Like it felt like we were the same distance away from the ground the whole time. So you never really felt like, oh, this is bad, or this is dangerous, or this is, you know, impending, even though you know it is in your brain. You know, you travel 10,000 feet in a matter of like 40 seconds. So you're really cooking. But yeah, it was pretty gnarly. I recommend it to everybody. How long were you falling, like time wise? Like 40 seconds. We were free falling for like 40 seconds, and then we floated like another 15 minutes. If I could do it again, I'd go higher. I'd do like 18,000 feet. Terminal velocity, that's right. Our terminal velocity was about 140 based on my math, I think. Never ever. Oh, dude, it was great. It was great. I got grass stains all over my shoes though. That was the real casualty of the event, because when you land, you come in pretty fast. I mean, all things considered, and you have to just like keep your legs up straight, and then you like slide in on your butt. And I had grass stains on my shoes from landing. All right, we just had another one. Nope, almost make it through. Jeez. I forgot about that opposing pendulum. A lot of guys in the Plumbus. These guys are still really fighting to get out of there. And we still got about 850 people battling over here. Is this guy going to make it? Oh my gosh. That was treacherous. Oh, never mind. He sucks. Deaddog.exe. This is the window right here. Zoop. You have to just like zip across, but I almost fainted on a Ferris wheel. I'm not ready for skydiving. Have you ever been on like the boat? Like there's like that state fair ride. It was just like a boat that swings back and forth on like a pivot, like a pendulum. Like I've done that before, and that made my stomach queasy. I did not get that same sensation at all. Being like going skydiving. Not at all. Dude, I thought Waksubi there was gonna like take a roundabout way to get through. That was farther than I think anyone's gotten. I don't think you can zip straight across because of the ridges. Probably not. Can I ask a SeaTac question? Fire away. Oh, whoa. This is it. Okay, now I don't know how anyone gets across. If that wasn't it, I don't know how anyone gets across. The only thing I can think of is because there was two of them, they were slowing each other down. Gosh. Did you guys ever talk about why Maelstrom wasn't magical? Because he had it at level 1 and I wasn't going to give him a magic weapon at level 1. Also, just like, you know, things changed along the way. Like I don't think I ever fully intended for like the three hammers to be anything dramatic. It just kind of like ended up being how the story shook out. I think it's been a hot second. It's been 7 years. So I'm not entirely positive of any answer I could give you about volume 1 or volume 2 for that matter. They talk about it some in Josh's episode of Sneakers. Well, there you go. Straight from the source. I gotta be honest. I don't know how this one's possible. I mean, surely it is. Were the Knights of Vassal supposed to be a larger part of the story? Yeah, they were supposed to be like, I ended up just merging them with the Princes of the Apocalypse, I think. So like at some point they were like a like another version of them, and then I realized like I was like, I'm just adding layers to add layers, so why don't we just simplify it? And so I just and they never really like went down that path to my knowledge, so I was just like, we'll just kind of ignore them. Weren't they like the research division or something? At this point, I have no idea. Honestly, at this point, I have no idea. We record with Danny tomorrow? Nice. Yeah, if you want to talk to someone who has no idea about the show, Danny's the guy. Actually, Mike would be the guy. Mike would be like, I have no recollection of any of what you just said. Okay. Oh, no, that was our best shot. See, that's right there. That's the problem. Is that it isn't set in a straight line long enough for anyone to get through regardless of the speed. We record with Mike in February? Wow. I am surprised he agreed to that. How much was Arlen involved in the Prince of the Apocalypse? None? Oh my gosh, Waksubi. Maybe that's the only way you can actually get across is doing the Waksubi method. Do you still play D&D? No. I've not played D&D seriously in 2 years. There's got to be a point with this where the speed of the marbles works with the turning. I don't think so. I think the only way across is through the whole like one picks it up and then moves it to the other, which picks it up and moves it to the other. I don't think it ever gets along in a straight line. I don't think it ever gets along in a straight line. Liv played a one-shot over Christmas with a Kenku named Reed Scraw. I'm glad my legacy lives on in some way. Can we get a Scraw sound? Ellen, timeout whoever submitted this. It wasn't exactly the right one, but I'll allow it. Do you ever see yourself showing sneak attack to your kids and or listening to it with them? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. That's kind of interesting. It's like how much like I don't know. Not to compare myself to any other like creator or artist or anything like that, but it's like I wonder if like, you know, do actors or something watch their movies with their children? You know, something like that. I just like that would be interesting to me. Didn't Mason used to listen to it to fall asleep? So anytime we put it on in the car, he would fall asleep. Much like the rest of the audience. Very indicative of the larger overall problem with sneak attack. He became a prince in jail, earned Thalen's trust, and had her killed. Sure. I changed the plot, like Arlen's plot line, halfway through the process. So I don't remember how much was modified and ended up being like what we put on paper, you know, put out for the audience, and how much I'm misremembering from my own like original plan. So like that's why I can't fully recall like exactly what was happening with those characters. Oh no, we lost another marble. What a tragedy. Worse than Darth Plagueis the Wise, am I right? Have any of you ever heard or watched Enter the Hex? I don't believe I've heard of it. What was the mortality rate on this course? 97%, I think. Which is crazy because, yeah, there haven't been a lot of deaths. So I'm wondering exactly, like, where the real drama starts. Oh, it's definitely here. And then it teleports, I would guess, here. And then the only way to win is to get picked up, picked up by these things and lifted into the finish line. It's a neat D&D game show streamed on their website and YouTube. 3 seasons so far, with more on the way. Their audio video starts off poor but gets better. I get that life. I have high faith in Wazooksby. There's Wazooksby. Yeah, not this time. Who made this course? M. Kerr Moles? Maker Mole? I don't know. I don't know how you say his name. So it definitely seems like if we can get past this, Well, I don't actually know where it goes. It has to teleport like here. And then it goes here. Wait, what? I don't exactly know how it gets on this longer shoot right here. We're about to pass the 1 hour mark, so we're like a third of the way there. Hey Reed, have you and Tiff ever thought about vacationing in Canada? We were just talking yesterday about like places we could go outside the United States. I'm kind of like at the point in my life where I would be okay not living in the United States anymore. We're not moving or anything like that because like we just bought this house and our boys are like Mason's going to start school in like a couple of years. And, but like I could honestly see, a scenario after the boys are like out of school where we could move out of the United States. Not specifically Canada. If like I'd probably say like Sweden, I think is really cool. I like Sweden a lot. The difficulty, of course, become like the more exotic of a country you move to, the harder, like the less chance there is that they speak English, and so you have to consider learning a new language, which is like I would pick like the hardest country in the world, to, like in Sweden, to learn a new language because like every word is like 32 characters long. But yeah, there's just a lot of really cool stuff to do in Canada. Yeah, I mean, I would have no problem visiting Canada. I mean, I'd love to. I mean, everything I've seen is like beautiful, but it's also, we live in Nebraska, so it's hard to vision like, what? Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? That's it. That's how, I mean, that has to be it. They just hit it at like the perfect angle. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's hard to think of like a vacation spot being someplace that's inherently colder than Nebraska, because me and Tiff really do not like the cold. But I imagine Canada in the summer would be lovely. But why Moon King? How did you choose that name? Yeah, Moon King came from a meme. I posted this thing in Discord because I thought it was really funny, of this guy, like, it's probably some like 40 or 50-year-old dude who made this thing. I don't know like where he posted it, but it made its way to Reddit. And oh my gosh, that was it. It was just got a little slowed down, so the lip of the next one stopped its momentum. Oh dude, we were so close. So this dude posted something and it made its way to Reddit where it was like, he put his face, like he put his phone camera up to a toilet paper or like a paper towel tube and took a picture of his face through the tube with the caption of like, here's a fun trick. If you like put your phone through the tube and then take a picture, it makes you look like the moon. And it was just so freaking funny to me. I posted it in Discord and we all laughed. And then Craig, one of our like OG members, maybe the OG member, he photoshopped it to be my face as the moon, which was very funny. And then like eventually the joke just kept growing and being like, Reed is the moon, Reed watches over us, blah, blah, blah. And then it became a thing of like, Reed lives on the moon. Reed is like, you know, our cosmic overlord. And then, yeah, eventually it just became to me living on the moon, like lording over Earth and you puny humans. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. I need to scroll. What kind of music are you into, like artist or genre wise? I'm gonna be honest. I don't listen to a lot of music. Yeah, like I don't listen to music. I don't know why. I just don't. It's more of a chore for me to find music to listen to than the enjoyment I get out of listening to music. If that makes sense. Like the ratio from fun to work is not in a positive plot graph for me. Moon King originated June 18th, 2018. Is that what the Discord says? Do you see the toilet paper thing though too? I need to find this. Let me Okay. I see Kaz wrote some like long moon poem at some point. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Oh, dude, yeah, this is it. Look at this. This is so great. Take a selfie through a toilet tube roll and pretend you're the moon. It's that dude's face. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, it's the fact that his face is just so freaking perfect. Oh. And then I wrote some fanfic. He became what he loved the most. He didn't realize this would mean being forced to watch his family grieve his death and eventually move on with their lives. His wife finding a new husband, a new father to his children. They would grow up with Steve now, slowly forgetting about their moon dad until the very thought was nothing more than a vacant memory, a wisp of a thought on the shadow of a dream. My gosh. It's so great. I am a good writer, you guys. This confirms it. My moon fanfic. And then yeah, Craig was like, can we do this instead? And then posted a picture of Oz. And then the picture of me, which ended up being like canonized. This is the one that is actually an emote on our Discord. You can actually use this emote on our... I love Discord for being archived all this time. Oh my gosh, it's so great. Oh, it's so great. Yeah, how does it feel to be the moon? And I said, Reed isn't here anymore. He's ascended, lowly plebs. Gaze up in the night sky and bask in the glow of your new master. And so it just became like a bigger thing. And now our Minecraft server has religion. That's right. I have tenets and everything. Until Reed said something, I honest to God didn't recognize him as the moon. I thought it was some Mexican guy. Can someone Photoshop that with the sombrero on? and have me say Olay? I do. I mean, let's be honest. If the sombrero fits, me llamo Reed. Soy la luna. Gosh dang it! I'm so funny. Soy la luna. Gosh, this is too good. Think of all the different moons I can have in Volume 2. All of them with my face on them, except the lame ones. Those will have Craig's face. And Craig responded with no. Gosh, this is so good. Incredibles 2 is really good. Honestly, too predictable. Also, is Reed okay? I totally agree with your take on The Incredibles 2. Also, I've never been better. I'm Moon Man now, Gene. I'm Moon Man. Oh, this is so good. Oh, here, let's find the poem. Here we go. There's a quiet nostalgia in the words, like ships passing in the night, and it rings deep and blue. I don't know if this is of the like. Did you write this, Kaz? The word moon is in it somewhere. This is really long. I'm not going to read it all. But you say at one point, the construction paper pastel moon, like something forgotten. It's actually a real poem of yours? Well, there you go. Wait, and I referenced Sailor Moon? Oh, this is when we're talking about my persona. Do I need to make a Furry Boys channel for all of your furry drawings? And we have a Fuzzy Boys, not Furry Boys. And then, yeah. What's your persona? A sea otter in 90s denim overalls riding a razor scooter. Obviously. One of the straps is missing, and a Sailor Moon anime style shirt making a hard hand. Making hard hands. And then, eventually, it did happen. Yeah, it like, that was the sketch. And it eventually did happen. And those are some people. Yeah. Wow. Woman plans a dolphin-assisted birth in Hawaii. All right, that's probably enough. That's probably enough Discord for now. Oh my gosh. What on earth? How? How? How did we get this many through? We were watching that thing for like 30 minutes. And now there's like 20 of them through? Good grief. Yeah, they just couldn't handle the pressure. All right, well. I'm still curious as to what is causing all of these marbles to like freak out. Oh, the arms are like flipping them. Watch the bridge and see how it's done? I mean, we only have one person on the bridge. So, I mean, yeah, I got no idea. Recheck Discord? All right. I just love that. I mean, we have, hold on. We have 39 and we have 137 people in this Discord. And there's going to be 130 of them are going to be like, what? That's great. Thank you, Ellen. All right, it's 11:30. I gotta go to bed. Have you been to Ogallala? Yeah, like a number of times, I think. The hammer was lifted from the funnel, so they all went through. Oh, you're right. So someone must have made it and then activated this thing to move the hammer. That has to be what happened. Someone must have made it through, tripped the thing, and then the hammer got moved. So now everyone makes it through. Reed, we can't get an hour and 15 minutes into this and then just abandon it. I mean, oh, these two are still just fighting. Who's the other one? Woo Bicko. At least run it and tell us who wins. I can probably do that. Watch nobody win because of the high elim rate. Like, over here, people are definitely going to lose. Because we're still only at 3 eliminated, you know, an hour later. All right, everyone place your bets on who you think is going to win. Honestly, if you just do like an 8-character random number generator, you probably have got one in here. $30 should theoretically survive. Yeah, I mean, statistically. Whoa. Oh my gosh. This dude's just like out here taking names. I have no idea how he got through. Oh, this guy did too. Things are happening. I bet you this last part probably takes an hour. Just because you have to go down, up the ramp, and then go all the way back to make it into this portal. I'm betting this last process takes like an hour. Reed, go brush your teeth and come back. Really, the important section is right here. All right, I'm gonna go watch like an episode of The Sopranos. This is a map you start at the beginning of the stream and periodically come back to. I think you're right. We'll do this next time, but with actual players, which might actually take way longer because we don't have. Where does that guy go? Trying to see where Quillcaca ends up. Oh, okay. He doesn't have to go all the way back to the start. Yeah, maybe next time we do it with actual people. It'll take way longer because we just don't have the numbers to like get the timing right. But we'll see what happens. All right. Why didn't that work? There. All right. That's it. I'm going to leave it running. I'll let you know how it goes. Appreciate you all. I hope you enjoyed, sneak attack stuff. I know you did. I know you did, and I appreciate that, honestly. But yeah, still just weird. Still just weird. But happy, happy that I was able to tell the story. So, yeah, that's gonna do it though. Appreciate you all. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Happy 2022. And yeah, we'll the next time I stream, we'll probably play Deathloop some more. So have that to look forward to, I guess. And probably more marbles. So appreciate y'all. Have a good rest of your week. Take your vitamins. Call your parents, tell them you love them. They don't hear that enough from you. Or maybe they do, but you could still say it. I'm not your dad. Yeah, drive safe. Catch you guys later. Appreciate it.